I absolutely love when it does that. Let's go. What's happening, everybody? How we doing today? How goes? How goes this experience for the day? Oh man. Let's see. We are still in March. We are what 18 days in. Really hoping that everybody's having a great experience. And I just wanted to invite you guys into my space today. We have um, we have some glass. Probably not the cleanest of glass, but we have glass, and I wanted to show you what is possible. I'm just going to keep smearing, it seems. Yeah. I wanted to show you that we can do anything when we set our mind to it. So I have two pieces of glasswork, two plates. Let me see. I don't even know what size these are. I guess it doesn't matter. They are 10 inches. Okay, 10 and a half inches. Two pieces of glass. I have one clear, one black, and I think I'm going to start on the first one today. We're going to draw some cats. And that's exactly what it is. We're going to draw some cats on here. So I have a few choice markers. I have this red one. I have blue. I don't know if this yellow one is. Maybe I should have bought another yellow one when I was at the store. I have, this one looks like it could work. I have this yellow one. That blue and this green. I guess we'll start with this. Oh, I got this black one too. Black is, yeah. Oh wait, I'm missing one. I'm missing the white marker. What the heck? Yep, we got it. So we got a full lineup today. We're going to challenge ourselves with, and interesting enough, we're just going to go ahead and jump right in it. Let's go. I'm just amazed at what I can create. I just really am amazed by all of the possibilities. So we're just going to get started. I like to think that we're going to use the outer edges when we're going to start. We're going to draw some cats. And yeah, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to start on this outer edge. And yeah, we're just going to draw some small cats, because I kind of want to fill up the whole piece of, nope, that's not going to work. Yeah, I'm going to draw this whole entire piece full of these cats. Now I said they will be reacting to a situation, and like it or not, I enjoy the fact that there is a story. Whoop. There is a story that comes with everything, right? You're like, well, why are you drawing these cats that are vomiting? And the situation is, it's not my doing at all. These cats are going to eat things that, that they're not supposed to, and the result is that they're going to overeat, and this is the result. Wait, did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. I don't think I was supposed to do that. Oops. Nope, I definitely was not supposed to do that. Oh shoot, I'm rushing. That's what I'm doing. I'm definitely rushing. So we'll just start out with some black eyes. Black eyes, not black eyes. Black eyes. we'll just use the white to we'll just use the white to the outer edge of. Oh my gosh, I'm so lucid right now. This is ridiculous. But we'll fill this all in real quick. And so yeah, so these cats were a part of this story that I had to create, um, based on the usage of materials. So the idea is that you have to, be as open as possible to how things look, how they respond. So I was like, well, cats eat things, right? I ended up making these fish when I moved into this place, and I just started drawing cats. I mean, I just started drawing fish all over the walls, and that's how it kind of got started. I was like, well, something's got to a part of this food chain take place, and so I made a bunch of fish. Oof, that hit hard in my ear. Oh my gosh, it was so freaking loud. But yeah, equal enough. You have to have something for an ecosystem, and so I was like, well, I'll just make the cats that I usually draw somewhere down the line. I was like, I'll just do that, and that's what I did. I just started making as many fish as possible. But then I was like, wait, these aren't fish. Something about them just don't give me that aha moment. And I look at it and I was like, maybe I should Google this. Maybe I should research what it is that I'm creating. And I found out that I was creating these single-celled organisms called amoeba. And I enjoyed making them because the markers using, um, a dot method, just stamping on, the wall. I was like, okay, well, there we go. We just created an idea. And so the cats, I'll just make this green. So the cats eat the amoeba. And because the cats were so colorful, and I do like making colorful cats, I was like, well, there's your protagonists. There are your situations. And I was like, well, every time that I drew the amoeba, I was like, they're always these rainbow colored. And I was like, well, how the heck did they get, the color? I just kept painting them, kept making more of them, more of them, more of them. And then the idea stuck that the water that they live in, right, right, work with me, work with me. The water that they live in, easy enough. There you go. One after another, it just kind of stuck with me. And I was like, okay, this is something that we can use to work on for our designs. And, got a nice little plethora of story there. So here you go. You got yourself some cats that eat the amoeba, which are toxic, that live in toxic water, toxic colors. And so the cats eat so many of them that, well, you got to get sick. You're either going to be full to the brim, and what do? You're going to have to evacuate, if you eat too much of something, drink too much of something. So we have a long story. Actually, I should make the fish too. Maybe I'll make them on the back of the plates. That'll be fun too. And so they'll kind of live in some type of harmony. But what's up, Luke? You said LSD? Yeah, it's pretty much LSD. You're absolutely correct, Luke. What's up, Sandy? How you doing? What's up, Debbie? UWU? Appreciate that. Whatever that meant. You appreciate that. And yeah, so a lot of it just made more sense when I was telling people the stories. I did a few shows, and people were asking like, kind of trivial questions and things like that. And I was like, well, I have to have a good story. So that was the story, short and simple. Cats eat the amoeba. The amoeba are toxic. They get, the cycle of life going, and the fish get, an opportunity to be a part of a great story, and that's what I'm sticking with. And the world that they live in, I don't know the name of it, but um, they are behind a wall or door, excuse me. They're behind doors that the purple rabbit keeps locked, and the rabbit will only open up the door when it's right. When it is right. Oh no, the screen is unfocused. What are you doing? Do I have to refresh it again? Hold on, let me refresh the Wi-Fi. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sometimes the Wi-Fi gets really weird. I'm not sure if it's give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, I apologize. Sometimes the Wi-Fi's get like it gets like really weird. So there's our first cat, and I think the Wi-Fi is still really weird. You should be able to see that like crystal clear. Actually, you're supposed to be able to see through it too. So, but anyway, so yeah, so I put together these ideas that things are possible, you know, based on the environment that we're all in, and that's just equal to everything. And yeah, so I'm just gonna make sure the cats go on the outer edge of the plate there, and his eye is like super big right here. Let's see if I can get this right. I'm just gonna put that and that. I think his eye is still really big. I was supposed to, it's actually backwards. I have this idea that if anything, the eyes are supposed to be white, right? And then, the outer edges are whatever color I come up with. But so yeah, that's the story, and I'm sticking with it. So I've often enough I created a bunch of different ideas on how they should look on different surfaces and things like that. So um, let's try a different marker. Let's do the black marker. We'll just do all black on this one, this next one. Hey, yep. Got 4 people watching. What's happening, y'all? Could y'all like this stream too? I don't even know why we like this stream, but other than the fact that it'll tell other people, maybe to come in and join us and have a good conversation, because today's a great day, and that's what we're gonna stick to that idea that today is the best day I ever had, and I want you guys to be a part of that for real, like on everything. Yep. So these are my cats, and equal enough, I actually don't own a single cat, but I have a lot of cats in the house. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of cats, a whole lot of cats. And I just made a video for my Instagram. So if you guys would like to take a look at that, it's on Perky's Pocket. You guys can head to my Instagram and you can check that out if you like. If you like it. All right, so here's our other cat. And we're going to make sure that his eyeballs are white. Come on, eyeballs. Become white. So yeah, I recently just finished drawing completely on a hoodie, and I'm gonna start selling them. I don't know what the date is gonna look like, but if you guys would like an artifact, a piece, something, 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 please don't hesitate to hit me up when it's like, hey, I got an idea that I really want this, and I'm like, hey, you can have it. Just give me a price, and I'll make sure that you get it shipped to your house, and equal is equal. You know what I'm saying? So do as you please. There we go with the 3 people. Oh, I'm losing people. I must be boring. I'm losing people. All right, so we're gonna add red to the face. And let's see if I can get away with dots. Probably not. I'm just gonna fill the whole face in, because something about this marker. Oh, that marker just went crazy over there. Yeah, so that's what we're about to do. And I do want to include the ones that are vomiting too, because I think that's what everybody came to see. So we'll do the next two cats that we draw will be violently vomiting. I'm guessing that's why everybody saw the live stream title. I want to make sure I live up to that point, because if you're here to see a show, make sure you get the best show ever. Yup, for real, for real. And one day in my local, I'll do a. Why did I do that? Why did you do that, Mr. Marker? But yeah, I want to do like the best shows that I can ever do in my entire lifetime, because it's all possible. These things don't come. Why is it messing up? These things come with like some type of limitations, but I want you guys to see what's possible, what I can do with the time that I put in, and the variables. I feel like I want to do that one all black too. Can we do that? All white? Man, let's do all white. I'm just gonna make this guy all. Let's see if we can get a good start here. So if you like what you see, please don't hesitate. I know I probably have a lot more kids in here than I do adults. And bring your parents. Tell your parents about what is happening. It's pretty positive. I don't think I'm doing anything that would shun anybody from communicating, or it's not one of those type of live streams where YouTube is like, yo, this guy's making cats vomit on purpose. Like, we gotta shut that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm just a creative. That's really it. So that's what we're doing today. We're making cats violently vomit, and I have cat cards as well. And I'll show y'all in a second once I finish this one. So the idea is to make something stand out, and if I put this on a billboard, I think people would stop to take a look at it, maybe take a picture, maybe even tell their friends or whatever the case is. This guy makes these cats vomit. It was like the craziest thing. Like in real life, no, just like a creative like concept. So, you know, atmosphere. And I guess the start of it was when I was a kid. I had a cat, and his name was Tuna. I'll never forget that. I'll just never forget that. My mom brought home a cat for some strange reason, and I'm like, well, what do we do with it? Oh, you got to take care of it. But I was like, well, how? There was no, um, instructional book. I don't think we even got a note on how to take care of a cat. It was just like, oh, he just eats food, and you gotta make sure his litter box is clean. Just some standard stuff. And he stayed in the closet, right? Yeah, that's how we took care of him. We come home from school, open up the closet, the cat be just like ready to get out because he was meowing for like 4 hours out of the day on some real stuff. This is how we took care of a cat, like for real, for real. And so one day we left the door open, and so we had behind the door was like the closet, and behind the door was our fishing poles, my brother and I. And so um, the cat took the opportunity to grab the fishing pole with a hook on it, and the cat's like grabbed the hook and was stuck on the hook for hours. It was just like the most craziest thing ever. So my mom had to take the cat to the emergency room and just cut off the entire cat's paw. No, I'm just playing. No, he just had to get it removed, and it was like one of those experiences that you just never forget. You know what I'm saying? It's just like something that was like really heavy on my mental. So yeah, but here's one of the other cats that are violently vomiting right here. This is what, on paper. So I thought this was pretty cool that gonna make something like this. I don't think it's finished. It's still work in progress because I was like, this is cool, but like, what's going on? Other than the fact that it's vomiting. So I make those. Those are called cat cards, and you can buy those. They're about $140 because I made it. Welcome in, everybody. I am full of rain, and we are making cats. What's up, cat nip? Cat nap. Sorry about that one. I read it, and then my brain just said catnip for some strange reason. But what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So, yeah. So that irony type stuff hit, and I was like, you got to do better with, you know, um, taking care of your animals. So I was like, the next time I get an animal, I'm gonna take better care of it. And I felt really bad about it. So the cat ended up being given away at some point in time when I was growing up, and that was the end of that. So yeah, and I don't think I've ever had another cat in my house ever, ever, ever after that. So things happen. We all get older and get a better understanding of what life means and things like that. So um, I told myself I would take better care of animals. So ever if that was possible, I would do that. So we're going to. Should I do it the other way? I feel like the cat's gonna vomit on the other cat's butt or something, but I'm sure you guys don't care. You're just here for the entertainment purposes. So um, yeah, yeah, yep. Wait, I did say I was gonna draw this one. I think I pulled. Yep, I pulled too much on that one. Nope, we're not gonna do that one. We're just gonna draw another one. I tried. I tried. Um, what's the other thing? So yeah, forever and a day, I'm allured by I'm allured by cats. I often see them in the streets. I often see them. My mother also has a cat too, so um, his name is Bentley. And Bentley and Beamer were her pets' names. So, ouch. Dang, that's so loud. And interesting enough, the cat. So that cat is affectionate in one specific way. So if you don't know the cat, he may not even come near you. But if he hears your name or identifies or smell or whatever the case is, the cat will come to you. And so he will touch your feet. You take your shoes off, and I'm not even lying about this. I'm uncapping this, but I'm not lying. This cat will inherently he would be attracted to your feet, and you have to take your shoes off. So he will rub up against your socks, or if you don't have socks on, it will rub against your feet. But that's how he gets to know you, and that's how I remember um, these type of experiences because although it feels like it's unnatural or something that's not normal, but this is our normalcy right here. And yeah, his name is Bentley. That's a cool person. Bentley's a cool cat. So let's just fill this one in. I think this would do well with just a good fill in. And yep. So every time I even have videos too of him like going crazy with your socks, and I have these things called bare feet. So I often come by the house and I don't wear shoes. I just wear slippers, and so I don't have to actually take my shoes off or anything. But the first time he saw my bare feet, he was like, "Bro." He looked at my face. He was like, "Yo, something wrong with that." He was like, "People, like somebody tell me what's going on with this dude's feet, cause he got bare feet." And I thought it was the funniest thing. And he did not want to touch the bare feet, but eventually he got used to and was like, "No, I need to touch your feet. So let's do this." And yeah, he was like, "All right, well, the texture's different, because I'm not used to, even if you have socks, I'm not used to it." So I just thought that was the funniest thing, and I took videos and everything. And yeah, he actually liked it. So yep, shout out to Bentley and Bentley the cat. So these are like a few and far experiences with other animals. I don't have any dogs or anything, and I haven't had a dog in freaking years. So like my first owned dog, his name was Keys, and I called him Keys because I bought him when I was in Key West, Florida, and it just sounded like the perfect thing. It was like this is the perfect animal. He was a toy terrier, and he was black and white. He was like the best little creature ever, man. Like my little friend, we went everywhere. He would ride in the cars, head would be out the window. I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? So at that point in time, I didn't even know you could seatbelt the dogs. You know what I'm saying? That was like it was like years ago. So it was like a new thing for me. So there's always be like these instances where I'm like, damn, I really hope my dog doesn't get like swiped out the window on the way to somebody's house or whatever, whatever. But it was a cool character, and I think that one's finished. It's like blue. Yeah, that's like blue. I think I just hold on. The paint is drying quickly because I am using acrylic markers at this point. And yeah, there's another one. Another. So yeah, it was a really cool experience. And that was the last owned, pet that I've ever had. And maybe one day I'll have another animal, but I don't know. I just be traveling and ouch. And sometimes it's more difficult to have somebody else watch your animal or whatever the case is. And I'm just not as experienced as I used to be with those type of events. Why is ouch? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone because his head looks like it's getting. I was trying to even that out, but yeah, it looks like a scary animal right there. So let me see if I can try to do this again without getting crazy out of control with the dynamic of this one because it's supposed to. Let's see. I think I get a bunch of them up here. Does anybody else have pets? Does anybody appreciate or value the fact that you have an animal that you have to take care of? Because just like I said, I don't know what the experiences are like anymore, so I don't really get to, but only from other people's um, points of experience. So I'll get this one. Let's make sure this is edge worthy. There we go. I think this marker is just a tad bit thick for this small display. Like if I had like sharper tipped, um, I probably should have bought some of those too. But I actually went to the store today to get more markers. I spent a lot of money on markers, not even capping right now, but I think I spent $200 this month on markers. And you're like, why? Because I draw nonstop. I get up in the morning and I'm like, there's got to be something that I can draw on, and I'll just figure out what to draw on, and we'll just keep it moving like that. But it's like encouragement to get better at something that you're doing. Like you get up and you go to work, you don't stop doing your work because you're good at it. You got to keep going. And that's what I've been doing. So the nature of the beast, you know. I'm gonna use this light blue marker to emphasize some type of water here. Um, yep. But that's what I spent this month, and I checked it, and I was like, it'll be worth it because I often do run out of markers, like the acrylic paint, because that's what mostly I use, and so I run out of paint often. But I use these uh, artist loft. They're pretty good. I like the felt tips on them because I can do small details based on how much paint is wherever it is on the chisel. And sometimes I didn't even notice that if you buy the tips, they have sharper edges on the other side. And I didn't even know that. I've been buying markers for a few months now, and I had no idea that there's two sides of the marker. I just thought it was like this round tip. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to use it like that. But then there's a sharper one on the other side, and you can use that as well to help you do small, fine details and things like that. So, and I've seen people do like crazy art with these, and I was like, bro, this is like I didn't even know. Like I guess since I started posting it and start tagging the words and things like that, and just like other videos of people doing their art aspect, and I was like, they draw better than I do. Like, come on now, like what are we doing? So it's interesting, like how people attain their information based on uh, the tools that they use. So, but one skill at a time, and one day to reach perfection is like so close. I can feel it. I can feel it. So I'll get up and I'll draw something. I'll draw on. I haven't drawn on shoes yet, but the plates and the cups, the mugs, the shirts, the posters. I actually bought some shirts too today, some black shirts, because something about black shirts are like really, um, I don't know. I don't even know who like wears black shirts. I don't normally see people wear black shirts anymore, but it's easier for the pink to stand out upon the darkest of darkness. Um, because it's one solid color. But that looks pretty good though. And yep. Let's see if we can do just some type of mouth there. See, I can use dots. Like I don't have to go. Let's see if you can see this. See, now if I turn this around, hold on. If I turn this around, I can get paint on my hands real quick. But now it's a sharp edge. Because you can see that now. Now it's a sharp edge. Because the other side, and I was like, well, what the heck? And I didn't even know it was like dual until it said reverse. But reading is fundamental. So make sure you guys read before you buy things. Because, yeah, interesting, right? Yep, you learn something new every day. Look at that. Now I can just use the tip right there. And boom, now I can make smaller details upon request. So shout out to the makers of markers, because I'm thinking about investing in making my own markers, because I'm like, I use this stuff enough to create like magical stories and designs. So I'm like, I might as well just make up a marker. I'm pretty sure it's not expensive, and I'm sure that it doesn't take a lot to create something like this. So yeah, shout out to me in the future making markers, because I think it'll be awesome. I think it'll be worth it, and yeah, it'll be good for business too. And if y'all don't know, like business is always asking for some entrepreneur to, take a piece of the playbook and, you know, just do you. Yep. You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything that your heart believes is possible. And there's another cat, but he's vomiting. All right, so what color should we make him? I can make him any color too. Anybody in the chat? Anybody? Do you not care? Am I not enthusiastic enough about what I'm doing right now? You can pick a color. I have every color. I have every color. Dark, light, anything. There's still three people watching, so anything. Just I can see there's already a red background. Anything. Going once, going twice. I mean, it looks like he's clear right now. I could probably just leave him like that, but I like cats with colors, so nope, nothing. All right, we'll just make them pink then. Well, nah, you didn't call it fast enough. No, we'll just do some pink. Let's see if we can change the tip of this one too. Nope, this one doesn't have one. Shush. This one doesn't have a reverse on it. I mean, I could change it though. It doesn't have like, this one has, it's like the other end of it. I know I've never even turned it that way, so I can make small details, I think. Hold on. Because I'm not sure what this material is on the other side. I'm guessing it's still a felt. Yeah. See, now I can just make small scratches too. Kind of looks red. What marker is this? Is this red or pink? It's coming out red. What does that mean? Is that the? That's crazy. So yeah. And so, I mean, so most of these moments are really like teachable moments. I'm trying to tell myself like to read more. I'm trying to tell myself to showcase the skills that we have because this will help the next generation of creators and visual artists and people, who want to use the tools from the past or the future or want to create things because everything, just like I said, is all possible. I don't know what country you live in. I don't know what your your destiny looks like, but if you have good tools with you, you can do anything, man. And I put that on everything. I put that on my whole experience that I've been able to do things that people are like, bro, how did you do that? And I was just like, just pick up a tool and learn it, you know? This is what we're here for, to experience just that and get some good out of it. So that was cool. So I just used pink for his face, but it looks red. And I don't know why, but I'll use yellow. And we're going to switch this one around too so I can see what that one looks like. And thank you guys for watching as well, because if I could do this like on stage, oh my gosh, it would just be so much fun. I'd play some music and people would be dancing and laughing and conversating and just taking up the day because this is the day that I made for you guys. I'm a part of it, but let's just make dots. Oh, the dots are really thick. Oh no, they're super thick. That's a thick boy right there. Oh, he's a thick one. I think I pressed too hard, so now the paint is pumping through this tube. So we'll just make dots. I'm cool with that. Nobody gonna complain about dots? Nope. You don't have to complain about the dots. They're here to stay. No, they're here to stay. And so I want you guys to check out the rest of the content on my channel too. I don't know if you guys are here just for the video or you're here for some other specific reason, but if you're not asking questions, it's harder for me to get a grasp of, this thing is bleeding hard. Hold on one second. Let this marker dry for a second because it's doing whatever it wants to do. So I'm going to show you something too. I have these things called cat cards. The one that I showed you earlier, I don't know where the bag went. Where'd the bag go? I just had the bag. Oh, there it is. On the other side, okay, so I like to think that paper is not cheap in any way, shape, or form, but I wanted to show you. So I have these things called, so I call these cards, right? Okay, so for every card, you receive it as a gift. I put everything all together inside a box, some t-shirts, socks, a hat, whatever the case is that I think the person's going to order. And so these are called cat cards. And of course, they're pretty empty, but this is how I create. I think this is the best way that I can showcase my talent. So like that. When you receive the card, you're like, oh, it stands up like that? Yeah, because why not? Like cards have been used the same exact way for 100 years or whatever the case. Like make some changes, bro. Like if my mom did it, it's in a sense, it's probably not the same as you know, probably not the same. So if you receive something in the mail, you're like, oh, wait, this is how it's supposed to go. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is how I made it. You know, this is how you're supposed to go. Make changes, to an existing product and see what people think about it. So when you get the cat, when you get the card, you're like, oh, it stands like this rather than, somebody folding it and it's just laying down forever in a day. It'll just stand up. And so I'm trying to think what to put on the inside, not as far as decoration, but obviously people like text. So I haven't figured it out, but we're on the way. We're here. We're halfway there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're halfway there. And I have like 20 of these made so far. I have I have the other cutouts too. So I like to think that why are y'all stuck together like that? Oh, there's tape on that one, that's why. So yeah. So so they're like individuals. I have to paint them and then I have to put them together on the card. So when you receive it, you're not like, oh, it's separate. Like, no, it's all put together. And yeah, it's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. Like I really enjoy what I do. So yeah, just keep going. That's what I've been told my whole entire life. Don't stop. If you're good at something, just keep doing it, you know, and things usually work out. So those are my cat cards. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you want to buy one, you're welcome to buy one. I don't have a price for them yet, but if you think it's a good number for a card that's empty or with few words or whatever the case is, then throw me a number. We'll start it from there. Because I haven't sold any yet because they're brand new. So I know the paper's not cheap. That is for 100% sure is not cheap paper because it's poster paper and it's real thick. Like that card's probably either take water damage and still keep going or, ruffled up a little bit, because it's card paper, but it's colored, like a little high yellow or orange or red or black or purple. I have a bunch of different colors. And yeah, people do extraordinary things and I like to think I'm a part of that because I have really good ideas. Just showing the world what's possible, one drawing at a time. And I also make hoodies and shirts with other designs as well, besides the cats, because some people are like, yeah, I'm a cat liker, but I'm not a cat lover. So do you have anything else? And I'm like, yeah, I have other designs and drawings that I've used over the last couple of years. You guys can focus on that. Or if you want me to draw you something, put it on a t-shirt or whatever the case is, I can do that too. Yeah, at a nominal fee, but if it's not already made or something that I've already mastered in a way, then we'll get there. $1 at a time. And I think this one's pretty good. Just make some dots on the cat. Go ahead to black and yellow. You know what I'm saying? Some Pittsburgh colors. Oh, y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know that at all. So yeah, it's kind of finished. Let me see. His face is kind of. Wait, no, that wasn't the red one. You know what? I don't know why this one is coming out this color. It literally looks like it's red, but it's a pink marker. It's it's a real pink marker, but it's coming out red. So yeah, it looks super red. So we'll keep using it like that. All right, next one. Next, let's use. I'll use the black again. Use the black marker. Start to draw his face, his or her face. And go. There we go. That looks good. That's a good start. And let's add how much? Let's add some of this white. Oh my gosh, my ear is blowing up right now from everybody messaging me. It's only on the days that I stream. So I appreciate those who are messaging me right now, but I cannot answer because the phone is being used to stream. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Oh yeah, so in April in my local, I have a show coming up that I will display 3 faux cats that well, I already made 2 of them. Oh my gosh, my ear is just. So during the show, I will just showcase 3 of these pieces for sale and for display at the mall. And I've never done that before. I don't think I've ever had a show at the mall, but the experience should be pretty good. And with some other local artists, we're piecing together situations that should help each and every one of us, see some, some attention from, oh my gosh, some attention from, local customers and people who want to, be entertained, so to speak. So that's white. I like to use the blue one a little bit more because it makes the color, um, makes it just like vomit in a sense, but not as harsh as like if I made it red, because sometimes the red is really strong, and that's the other 2 cats that I made for this show. I didn't realize how strong that color red would be, and it kind of looks like the cats were smushed, like by some random car or something. But so I'm learning how to navigate color theory in a way. Because when I stood back, I was like, oh, that red is not, it's not pulling the fact that um, it looks like they're vomiting. It kind of looks like they've been squeezed to death in some type of way. And so I changed the colors to, lightly describe the energy that these cats are experiencing. And I kept thinking about it too, because when I was telling people, I'm like, do people understand the process of like vomiting? Because when I say it, I don't want it to sound like it's some um, like some demon type stuff. Because you look at these cats and you're like, wait, are these demons? Is this guy making demons? Like, what's happening? No, just overeating and the idea that um, you could take your time in the foods that you eat, and you don't have to overindulge, especially if it's going to make you high as a kite. And that's eating something toxic will take you through there, and that's the experience that they're. Whew, my ear is being chimed like there's no tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Just just beat my eardrums up like I'm playing music. So I'm gonna use the green one too. And so yeah, so the last cat that I have to make, so there's Victory, and Victorious. And so the last cat will be the child of the 2. And I wasn't sure what the name was going to be, but we're working on that. I just have to make it, and I'll be like, yeah, this is what your name is, son. This is what you're going to be, or daughter. Um, oh no. Oh, I pressed too hard. Okay, I think I got it. But I'm excited for this show because it's not a solo show like I'm anticipating in the future, but it's a good start so people can get to know um, what I'm capable of. Because I actually applied for a billboard and I didn't make the cut, and I was like, well, maybe they didn't see what I was going for because I didn't get picked for the billboard. The billboard was gonna be in my local area, and it would go up for like 6 months or something like that, like half of the year, some crazy number, 8 months or something. And they didn't pick mine. They probably picked somebody else who had like a portrait of people's faces and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? I get that. That opportunity is missed, and they missed an opportunity to showcase something, of difference. But then again, people may not understand it, and maybe that's what happened. So I was kind of upset about it because I'm like, I don't like to do things, with good intention, and then somebody looks at it like, well, we don't accept things like that. I'm like, it's not a nude person or something. It's just a cat that's experiencing something, and that's the take on it. But everybody's eyes and ears are different. And if it's going to be up there for 8 months, people are going to ask questions, and the city could be like, you know what, we can't do this. But it was owned by the person who organized it is a founder of an art group that is supposed to be helping local, artists be seen. And I was like, well, it's the perfect time to get seen. So, but there's always next year, next time, or I could just pay for a billboard and just put the cats up there and see where we go. It's just like I said. I mean, I have a whole plethora of things that I've created in the past, but the cats, oh my gosh, this is like blowing my freaking eardrum. So, like I have a plethora of things that I could have done, you know, in order to make a name because I think it's important. Oh my gosh, my phone is going crazy. I just really wish it was on YouTube, like happening like this. Whatever, nobody cares. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna work on for the future me, and you know, maybe I get taken serious. Maybe I'll get what I say I want, out of this experience for what it is. Um, because I want to be heard. I have great ideas, and other people have great opportunities. So I just want to have my great opportunity too. You know, I think I'm gonna make one more cat there. Yep, yep. I think it's all fair, but trust me. When I say I'm gonna get mine, oh, it'll be 10 times greater. And yo, somebody gonna see it. Like yo, I gotta have one. I gotta be a part of whatever this story is. All right, so we have another cat. And this is the thing that I tell people is like, what I'm doing is I'm teaching myself this as a cycle of things that I'm creating, and in the hopes that I can get better at what I'm doing. Yeah, that's this is not the marker again. Just do stuff like that you can make yourself better, um, as an artist, as a creator, as a storyteller. Oh my gosh, because that's what we all are. We're all storytellers, right? Aren't you a storyteller? You get up every day, you have ambitions, and you have goals. You have destinations that you're trying to get to. So that's your story, and nobody else can tell it but you. So yeah, I pride myself in what I do, the people I get to know, the challenges I have every day. Yeah, yeah, just trying to see it better, just trying to include myself in an idea that it's all just me. Yeah, all just me trying to be the greatest I can be. while here. Because I only have a few years, right? Before you know it, you're 100. Before you know it, you're dead. Before you know it, you're forgotten. So what does your story sound like? What are you trying to tell? Because before this, right? Because half of y'all, yeah, there's only one person watching. So half of y'all don't even know who I am, right? So you're probably just listening to a voice, watching this guy's hand. You don't even, oh my gosh, my ear is like blamming. But interesting enough, like I've done things that people will never know. People will never figure out that it was me who created whatever you see out in the world. And I'm okay with that because that's how we do our part. Everything can't be about you, but I thought of it like I'm gonna go out here and just do great things, and I hope people appreciate it. Sometimes I don't get a pat on the back, so sometimes I have to stand alone and tell myself to keep going. And this this story will be told by my own creations, like my channel. Because if you don't check out the rest of the videos on my channel, you'll just never see what's possible. I keep seeing people do the same thing over and over and over on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, is this something new? No, it's not something new. It's just another branch of another story that sounds exactly the same as the last person's video that I watched about gaming or auctioning or wrestling or what's the other things? Planting or building houses. TikToks of people discovering food hacks and house hacks. Like I just, yeah, I guess so. We live in a world where that happens. So, but I'm like, there's a mystique to all of it. You know, there's a possibility of it being something quite different. Like you get up and the day is shining, that's different because it could be snowing, could be dark outside. You get up and it's like completely dark, and you're like, then what? Gotta keep going, you know. Just so I've done some amazing things. I even used AI to help me create music videos. Like I wrote the lyrics, I put it all together, and I made something that I stand strong on. The words are my thoughts, my feelings, my projection of reality. And I just know that the children that I have, I just want them to be strong people no matter what. Go out there and tackle things that nobody can do better. Yeah, because we're all great. Just don't know how great we are until we go out there and do it. So ask questions, ask questions that will open up your ears and your eyes to different, yep, different things. Because I'm working on a video right now. I don't know if I'm gonna complete it, but I'm gonna try to. Just because I like telling stories. That's what the other thing too. As I told myself, I would be better at telling stories. Because at one point I'm like, what am I talking about? Am I just making stuff up as I go? Like that's not cool. People are like heavily invested in listening to you talk, and your stories sound like stupid. So I'm like, no, we have to get better at telling stories. So that's what I do. I'm a storyteller, and I pride myself in that at this point because I'm getting better. I read a lot more. I listen. I pay attention, and I ask questions. Yep. And all of that, I put action behind. Yep. You can do things all you want to. Yep. But if people don't understand your story, they're like, next, next. So I have these two guys that are sitting in a coffee shop and they're talking about time. Uh, Liam and Alex. And I tried to figure out how to add the AI to help tell the visuals, and that shit is a struggle. It's a real struggle, but um, yeah, I don't know how else to do it. Maybe just do some real life people, and I'll probably get more views. So I'll just keep at it until I hit the mark that I want to hit. Because it's not really about the, I want to say it's not necessarily about the money, it's about the message. So, and people are not used to messages being forecast by inanimate creatures or things that don't ring the bell the same. Yeah. So, just like I said, I'm getting better at telling stories visually. Yeah. But I want to tell you everything that's possible. I want to show you that everything is possible. In the world that we live in, man, I wish I could tell y'all all about it, but some of y'all just don't care because it doesn't really always reflect that. So if I told you told you that, right, let's just say out loud, right? If I told you that aliens exist, you'd be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, they do exist because blah 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 blah." So I go into this great story, but you're like, "Well, I need proof, right? I need you to give me proof." And I was like, "Well, I don't have proof because I don't have pictures, but I know that they exist." So it's harder to tell a story and convey something. So you're not going to latch on long enough because, well, I don't have the proof. I need the pictures. Let me see. What's the other channel that does it? The History Channel and Discovery Channel. They all do stuff like that. They have like this way of telling stories without actually showing you real. They have like these little AI like pictures of aliens or whatever the case is. So that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm dictating on how I use information to tell a story. And sometimes, well, sometimes it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be, but I'm doing my best because I know my best. I know my best. I do. I'm going to add his face is going to be yellow. Let's turn this marker around too. So, subject to that, I think that um, I think it's fun to just use your imagination because, like, the other company that does it, Disney. Disney has been doing it for a long time, telling you stories about creatures and about animals and about fictitious made up beings. But how they do it is they display it long enough so your brain thinks it's okay for you to see it. But when I was a kid, I was like, wait, where the heck is this at? Like, where does this all take place? In some world that Disney created, right? These creatures ain't never exist before. Mickey Mouse, understandably, have no idea where Mickey Mouse. I can tell you, my chat right now could never tell me where Mickey Mouse came from. This looks cool. Appreciate it, cat lover. How you doing? What's up, Omizu? Oh, I'm sorry, I was over. I'm just thinking and talking at the same time. Looking good. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You want a closer look? Let's see. Yeah, he's filled with rain. So all of the cats are filled with water. That's what the structure is. If they have color inside them, it's because they're filled with a liquid. uh, oh no. So yeah, like it's like they do these things long enough so it'll seem like it's been here a long time. Granted, yeah, I guess Disney's been here since the 30s or something, but I'm like, that's a rat that they created to make it seem like it's okay for you to view it. But where did they get this idea that rats can talk and dance and blah 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 blah, right? And I can go on forever telling you exactly what it is, but visually you have to be there in order to like see it. So, um, yeah. But why would they ever use rats to describe a story about a situation about them playing keyboard like the piano and blah 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 blah. I don't know if you guys notice it, but like they do it to the. I don't know. I'm getting offset right there. But the idea has to be so good that people think it's normal. Like if they already told us it was aliens, and they show you pictures of aliens grocery shopping and going to the beach, we would think it would be so normal. We wouldn't think of it. objectively in any type of way. So that's what I'm trying to get to when I'm creating my content, because this is something I'm used to and I want other people to get used to it, because this is a part of my nature. This is a part of my everyday. And yeah, it's abnormal in some type of way, but I want it to be so normal that people are like, yeah, I've seen those before. Those are pretty cool. And they keep it moving. Like, oh yeah, I bought a T-shirt, I bought a mug, or what else Disney do? Hats and blow up stuff. And this is how they make it seem like it's okay. And I'm like, these are freaking rats. And the more that I think about it, I'm like, well, are these aliens that they were trying? Like, so it's like, what? Is that what they're trying? Yeah, that's exactly what they have done. Molded us into making us believe that these things are normal. It's like a talking rat. What was the Donald Duck and like ducks being normal creatures to be looked at? They did it lightly. Some of them have clothes, some have half clothes, some of them don't wear clothes. Like, what are we trying to get to, Disney? So, yeah, the idea is there. You just got to figure out how to implement it long enough so people get used to it. Because if Disney was still here, he would still continue to harness that, because that's what he wants you to see. He wants you to see stories about rats and ducks. I don't know if ducks would still be the thing, but I'm sure he would still harp on, or maybe even create something else different too. Because guess what? Long time coming. Change has got to go somewhere. Yep, yep. That's what it is. And yeah, because I had to tell my son, try to get him to understand what he's looking at. If we went to Disney World and the first time he ever saw a 6 foot rat in a costume with clothes on, it would scare the shit out of him, right? You would have to get used to that, watching it on TV, wearing the shirts, identifying with the toys, blah, blah, blah. And then when you see him in person, it's like, oh, I'm so used to that. It's okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm funny as hell about this, but it's just so interesting. So yeah, these are my cats, and the idea is that they're functional. They play a part in the creative idea that um, yeah, we own what we say we want people to see, and just like I said, I'm not here to make scary stuff, or well, that's not true, but because I do make scary stuff sometimes on my other channel, my Perky's Pocket channel on YouTube. I do make scary stuff, but that's only for an adult. Um, yeah, only for an adult audience. Not really interested in tuning in kids to watch scary stuff, because if you know it or not, like, this is stuff that'll live with people forever. Like Mickey Mouse will live with you forever, because that's what they wanted to showcase. You know, like indoctrination to an idea. Yeah, but I think the idea of everything that I'm creating just stems from childhood, um, like experiences. Like I experienced a ton of stuff. Like I'm born in the '80s, right? What they call the 1900. I was born in the 1900s. Like I still keep thinking about that. It was like every time nobody really asked me how old I am or anything like that, but I think about it. I was like, yeah, I'm born in the 1900s. So, it's like, it's an interesting time of creativity and what's the word? Not distortion, but creativity on a different level. Because even still to this day, that people make horror stuff or things that don't really click until you like ask more questions or watch it long enough, and then you get the understanding of the story, or um, because sometimes simplicity makes the mark and drives the story. So, and I saw like the first. when I was a kid, I must have been like 3. I don't know what the age of it, but I know I was old enough to sit up, and the TV was up high enough, so I had to sit up to watch it. I couldn't lay down to watch it at that point. So, and I remember like this dark movie came on, and it was like thundering and lightning, and then all of a sudden I saw this creature with like these long fangs and like this hairy face, and then like it quick flashed away, and then like it came back. I don't remember like the dialogue or um uh the actors and things. Like I don't remember. I don't even remember what the movie was. um and I probably couldn't even research it right now to figure. I probably could, but um I just didn't know. And I'm sitting here at 3 years old watching something for the first time, and I wasn't scared. I just wasn't. It was the fact that it wasn't coming at me, you know. So I didn't have like the awareness, like the spatial awareness, like it was gonna get me to be scared to start crying or anything of that nature. But um, sitting there long enough, I was like, oh, it goes away, it comes back, and that was my childhood. This is something that somebody put upon me as a child to see for like the first times in this world. So I probably had nightmares at some point and don't remember them either. But um, as it is, as I say, like I don't make content based on to scare anybody or to hinder somebody's thought process, because that's not me. I'm just making what I believe is part of a phenomenal story. Like if I put everything together that I've ever created, in a box. Like you pull one thing out and you pull another thing out of the box, and you're like, oh, what is this? Like, and they all will connect because they're all just telling like a movie. They're all telling a story or premise of characters that are being developed, and that's how I like to think of it. And what was the other what was the other one? Um, it's right there. Hold on, hold on, hold on. The one that made the furry animals, the creatures. Well, I don't know why I can't think of his freaking name. It's been that long since I said his name. Then um, it'll come to me. Just give me a second. My head's like it's like redfish, bluefish. What the heck is his name? So yeah, whoever he is, I feel like I have like that part of the experience of creating, not the dark side, but a world that exists for these characters, like they made for TV shows and Cat and Hat. Um, so that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. My creatures come from this world that's accessible only through my creativity. And yeah, I think it's pretty awesome to have a film like that. And I told myself that I would make books one day. I haven't yet, but they would tell a story. They would tell just that story of all of the cats and the reasons why they eat too much, and it would just be for an adult premise. I don't think I would have like intentionally try to add kids into the story like Dr. Seuss did in Cat in the Hat, um, because kids don't live in the world that I created. They just don't. So yeah. Oops, I did not mean to bend that. But I know why they made kids in the Dr. Seuss, because there's money behind it, and that's not fair. Sometimes it's not fair. Now, if they enjoy what they see because they clicked on my channel and you know blah blah blah, I can't control that at that point, because then again, just like I said, I don't specifically make um, yeah, I don't specifically make items for kids. That's just not what I do. Even though I have kids myself, so I make things, but it's not intentionally to get them hooked on anything. I'm just showing the versatility of my creativity based on my actions, and I tell them exactly what it is that I'm creating, rather than um, yeah, rather than doing any awkward. Yeah, this is because my son knows about my creativity, and he has that same ability to create as well. Um, and hopefully, whatever he can delve into with his own actions, hopefully is seen for the positive. And yep, 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 yep. Yeah, Dr. Seuss is such an interesting because I remember like having to read his books when I was a kid. Like really having to no, you gotta read the whole entire book, and I'm like, well, why? Because I already know about the cats. I already know about um, the things that they do and all of the other creatures and stuff like that. Because there was a lot of creatures in that book. Like, if you guys have never seen a Dr. Seuss like actual book, there's a lot of creatures in there, like beyond, you know, yeah. So I kind of feel like I'm there when it comes to the creatures, um, but just mostly with the cats though. I have monkeys and birds and but just like regular creatures here on this planet, rather than taking them somewhere else and dropping them off. Here you go, have fun. Like the amoeba. The amoeba live in this world. Google what an amoeba looks like. That's exactly what I created without even knowing, without even taking Google to like, let me find out something to like. It just was there already, and my brain was like, make the connections because something, you know, yep. And I tell my son the same thing too. If you don't know something, Google it. Use Chat GPT. Yep. Go ahead, look it up. Look up the F word. Look up the reason why people say Jesus Christ. Look up all of these things because like once you say it, you need information to continue to use it. My son said Jesus Christ a bunch of times and I'm like, what? Like why stop listening to all these other kids say this stuff on Roblox and these other platforms without knowing what it means because you could be saying something that could stifle your words could stifle your thoughts because you're just using it without knowledge, without understanding. And just like I said, as a kid, like they made us read books all the time, like all the freaking time when I was a kid. Like you got to read books, you got to read this book, got to read that book. But I was like, these books aren't meant for kids, they're meant for adults. These are things that we don't ever get to see on this planet. Murder and horror. We shouldn't be reading stuff like that. Why? Because it's an adult perspective. I'm not saying that these things don't happen to kids or not, in a child's life or something in some type of weird, like, uh, like I was just saying, like, it's, it's just it didn't make any sense, but, you gotta figure that these people were going through experiences that they couldn't explain. So here's how to explain it. Put it in the book. Yeah. What is it like? I guess we don't have like Dinotopia. I think Dinotopia is a good way of explaining dinosaurs, but why did the dinosaurs talk? Does that mean that we're dinosaurs? Does that mean that we're that old? And there's nobody to explain that as a kid. So you just keep thinking these things are real until you never see a dinosaur like in the books. Obviously, there are dinosaurs, but not the way that they describe it. Because I'm like, I read Dinotopia. I used to like those books. I was like, oh, this is fascinating. These people go on these journeys and they go do crazy things. I was like, when I get older, I'm going to do these journeys and talk to dinosaurs in different countries or whatever the case is, wherever the heck they live in Dinotopia. That shit never happened. Talk about being pissed off. I'm like, I traveled the world. I went to a bunch of different countries. I ain't never seen a single dinosaur. I've seen capybara, but I ain't never seen like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I never saw anything like that. So kind of got the missed opportunity, to explore something like that. You fill your head up with something, and it's like, I missed it. Did they just all die? Yeah, they all died out. That's what happened to them. I'm pretty sure most likely the aliens did it. The ones that we don't get to see, they pretty much killed all the dinosaurs. Yep, that's what happened. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. Aliens, shame on you for killing the dinosaurs. I'm sure the dinosaurs were good people. They went to school, they went to church, they paid taxes, you know, stuff, stuff and stuff. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Yep. But if I had this idea the other day about making more stories. Like, I like to read, and I want to tell stories, just make up like some phenomenal stories. So I got a story for you, okay? And I usually did this during my other drawings, but um, I wasn't really sure. Like, yeah, I just wasn't sure. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this story. Hold on. Let me go back to the other one because I really like something about it. I think I want to do more of this for my channel, but I want more visuals. So that's why I said I was working on, where's it at? I was working on figuring out how to do visuals for stories. That's really what it is. Either I'm gonna draw them in books, and then you can just read it in text or whatever. But I really want like visuals for the things that I'm telling you. So I'm gonna tell you this story as I'm finishing up this. Um, okay, because I know a lot of people are probably still waiting for me to go back to drawing in the books and then telling stories or whatnot. But I lost interest because it made me do something that I felt was, I don't know, I just felt different about it. And so I just closed the book, and that was what it was. So check this story out real quick. Real quick, real quick. Right, where did the other one go? Oh, it's in here. Okay, so this one's called The Ultimate Glitch. Okay. I'm gonna try to draw during this too. So I think I'm pretty finished with the outer edges of. It's probably a little bit more green. Where'd the green marker go? I'll put before I get in there. And so I don't know what else to do with these plates. Somebody told me that I can crystal clear, spray them, and bake them. I baked the other ones before, and I'm like, people can't eat off of these. It's just, I don't think anybody can eat off these. These are just something to collect at this point, because God forbid somebody eat off of this, get sick, and I'm not trying to be responsible. So don't eat off of these plates. If you buy them, they're just for decoration. You put them up on near the wall or somewhere safe, blah blah blah. That's what these are going to be meant for. The mugs and cups, I'm going to try to figure out how to make sure that I encase the acrylic paint so people don't digest it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that is what we can do for this one. So I think I'm going to try to fill in with just some flowers and things like that on the inside, and then I'm going to tell the story. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so you guys ready? This is like my first story in like a few weeks or something like that. You guys ready? Everybody ready? Two people here? Okay. You said I forgot you do that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my mind goes to different places, and sometimes it's hard for me to get back to that place. Like, it's like the past. Sometimes it's harder for me to get to that point rather than, um, it, yeah. Sorry about that. I know it was like a thing, but like I said, I'm trying to get back into it because I don't know how to represent it on my page. So yeah, but okay, I'm gonna tell the story. So this is one of the newest ones that I created. Okay, so in a small cluttered bedroom of an avid gamer named Jake, the glow of a computer screen illuminated stacks of comic books and gaming paraphernalia that testified to his love for all things virtual. Jake had stumbled upon a peculiar indie game called Reality Twist on a shadowy corner of the internet, promising an unbelievable realistic gaming experience. Intrigued and oops, slightly skept, Intrigued and slightly skeptical, he downloaded and installed it on his gaming rig. As the game loaded, a digital voice chimed, "Welcome to Reality Twist, where your reality bends and the twist into the world of the unreal." Yep, in my ear for the next hour and a half. Oh, okay, so now I'm gonna have to get used to this. Sheesh. Jake, Jake, snorted. It sounded like every other VR game pitch he'd heard. Little did he know, this game was anything but ordinary. The first level was a simple setup. Navigate through a digital version of New York City. Complete trivial tasks like delivering coffee or finding lost pets. Everything seemed normal until Jake's character walked into a virtual coffee shop to complete a task, and he ordered a cappuccino. The moment he did, his real world doorbell rang. Puzzled, Jake paused the game and opened up the door to find a delivery guy with the warm cappuccino in his hand. Confused but amused, he thanked the delivery man, attributing the coincidence to his roommate ordering coffee. Interesting, interesting. Shrugging off the odd occurrence, Jake returned to his game. As he progressed, the tasks started getting bizarre, aligned with real world interactions. He helped a lady in the game find her lost dog, and moments later, he received an email from his neighbor asking if he'd seen his missing poodle. Seen her missing poodle. Nice. Oops. It's harder to paint this way. So we will take our time, making sure we do not mess this up. Da, 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 da. So it was when Jake's character in the game tripped over a virtual stone and he simultaneously knocked over his game controller with his knee, causing it to land perfectly upright on its side. That Jake burst into uncontrollable laughter. It was too surreal. The game was syncing events in the virtual world with eerily precise timing to the real world. Laughing harder than he had in a long time, Jake realized that every action in the game triggered a similar and real world counterpart. It dawned on him that Somehow, the game was bridging the gap between virtual and reality, making him feel like he was truly part of both worlds simultaneously. Oh, the marker keeps getting dry. It just keeps drying out. So he spent the next few minutes experimenting. Jumping in the game made his phone vibrate with new messages, and collecting coins in the game caused his piggy bank to mysteriously fill up. The final straw was when he commanded his character to splash water in the game's fountain, and his sprinkler system unexpectedly activated, drenching his lawn. Unable to stop laughing, Jake marveled at the bizarre harmony between the game and his life. Reality Twist had delivered its promise, intertwining his reality with the virtual in ways he couldn't have imagined. After 5 minutes of continuous laughter and disbelief, Jake was convinced that he had discovered a gaming gem, a story he would share on forums and with friends for years to come. As he shut down the game that night, Jake couldn't help but wonder about the nature of reality itself. Was it a programmable as the game suggested, or had he just experienced the ultimate glitch? Either way, he went to bed with a smile, eager to see what other realities he could explore, one game at a time. Let's go. Oh, I just so love reading. I really do. And making stories. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. So what did you think of that story? What do you think about that? What do you think about the story? Oh, nobody's even here to listen to it. Oops. Well, I guess that was for me then. I guess it was just for moi. Just for little old me. All right, let's try. We'll use the blue marker, the dark blue marker, and let's make a bird. And I like that one. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. And let's draw. Where are you going? Where are you going, sir? Nice. I like that one too. It's a nice thick line there. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to include visuals to do the storytelling part. And like I'm all for it. Like I'll put whatever energy I can into creating these because, for one, this is a part of something that I told myself I wanted to get better at, right? So In some type of way, this is the truest act. You have to tell yourself that this is possible and then start acting it out. Just like I just did. I just started reading something because I told myself I want to get better at storytelling. I want to get better at reading. So all of that in combination, this is me like living that reality of what I just told you. Like if you think playing a game is like the best way to get good at it, there you go. This is me getting better at something that I told myself I could. Yeah, absolutely. At 100%. This is how you do it. This is the strategy of what makes us, possible here on this lonely planet in the solar system, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. So before I read your comment there, I went to I had this thought. Okay, a lot of times I'm here by myself. This is my studio. I usually don't have people here unless somebody requests to be here. They want to look at some art, whatever the case is. And so I told myself, I was like, you know what? I want to meet somebody else who might be interested in my art. So I went the other day, like last week, I went to go pick up some more markers. And in my mind, I forgot all about what I had asked myself to do, asked upon the universe, right? And so I was like, I needed these specific markers, but they were locked. I went to Michael's and they were locked behind the case. So I was like, oh, shoot. I was like, I got to get somebody to unlock it. So I went back up to the front of the store, and the first person I saw was this lady. She was younger than me. Her face was, she was like, I didn't even ask her what her background was, but her face was so red. And I'm telling you, I thought of a person that I could get used to. And when I saw her face, I was like, damn, she's pretty. She is pretty. And that's all I could think of. I was like, oh, she's really pretty. Like over and just nonstop, nonstop, nonstop. So she started asking me about my art because I'm buying stuff to create art. And I was telling her, I'm having a show soon, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't get into like, I felt like it was like small talk, but I didn't get into like all the extra details. But I ended up busting open my phone. I was like, here's some of my artwork that I'm working on with these markers. And she was like, well, when's your next show? And I was like, it's in April. So I told her the details, blah, blah, blah. And for the solo show, I didn't have a clue when I was going to do the solo show. But when I left the store, I was like, was she the person that I was supposed to connect with? And still to this day, do I believe that that was possible. Now, I went up there today, the same exact place, to find out if there were some more markers. And I was hoping that I would see her again for whatever reason, whatever the the ask or need or was. But at that point, I was like, you know what? I was like, whatever I was asking for was meant for me to find that day, and I didn't recover it. So the moment was lost. It was just completely lost. Now I told her who I was, obviously. We had that long of a conversation, but I didn't go, I didn't communicate to her like, here's my phone number or here's my social media, blah, blah, blah. So I may never see her again, but that was something that I asked for. And you have to remember, these are things that the universe will do for us because it's something that we physically can communicate through our energy. You said, I want to hear about the Dino versus Alien dance off. Winner gets the Earth. You said you want to hear that one? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. But it's crazy because I was like, no, it wasn't crazy. It was insane, actually, because I didn't realize that that was the moment that I should have been like more aggressive or assertive or like take that with you because this is the person that I was, this is the person I brought to you, universe. Was like, here you go, talk to her, like give her what you say. I thought I was doing it, but I guess I didn't meet the connection because I'm still thinking about it as a missed event, a missed time and point. Um, yeah, and it happens like that. And yeah, so sometimes, the universe takes some time to initiate these connections for us. And a lot of times you cannot miss that. Like when people meet me out in person, um, like it's a reality for them too, because the things that I say, the things that I do, how I act, the way I dress or I look is like something that people have never seen before. So like the fact that I even carry conversation is like even more of a situation. It's like I never met that person that could talk like that or initiate conversation or even have value in what they do. So a lot of times people try to get more out of it because they're like, wait, where did you come from and how can I get more of that? And sometimes the event is just one day. That's it. It's just one day of um yeah, that's it. Oh, oops. One day. Hold on. I'm still not getting it. So I thought of things like for the future, how I'm going to communicate because I do have a show coming up. So that means there'll be more people that I can communicate, more people that I can, allow in my circle or whatever the case is. And there's benefits from that. And I just don't know how, but I have to talk about the benefits now. So in the future, I'm prepped for it. I'm ready and I can initialize that conversation for those who want to learn what I'm capable of, or maybe, they might just be adding tips or might want to carry value from, another person. Because I know what I am, I know what I'm capable of. Like, I'm not dangerous or anything, but trust me, if you mess with me in some type of way, you're going to see like the broadest part of what I am in perspective of not even knowing that you just saw something like a flash of light. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that of a plus because half of the time people don't even know me. So like when you start to hear the words that are coming out of my mouth or I even show you pictures or something like that, you're just like, who is this dude? I'm like, I'm an alien, and I would just leave it just like that. Because you don't get to see my face, right? So you just get to hear my voice at this point. But what if I told you, like, or no, what if I showed you at that point what I really look like? You just be amazed at it. You're just like, wow, you really do all of this? I'm like, yeah, this is what this is what I know. This is the information that I've been able to acquire through science, through technology, through my own mistakes, and through the my things that I want to get better at. Like this is really what I am. Um, before I'm typing right now. I'm gonna type this story real quick. Um, because I want this story to be cool. Um, short, blah 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 blah. Uh, I'll tell you another. I'm gonna tell you another quick, quick thing too. Um, so I had this idea that I was using a tool for such a long period of time, and I was like, well, I've never seen a different shape. I've never felt something else different besides what I have been using, which is a keyboard, right? I use it to type things. I use it to what's the word? I use it to create like word sorcery in a sense. So I was like, I went to the store. I'm like, there's got to be another keyboard that I could find. Blah blah blah. And lo and behold, I found another keyboard for my computer. I was like, I'm gonna buy that. It was like 10. It was like $10. It's owned by On ONN. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this. I took it home, and I was like, this is the best piece of equipment that I bought in such a long time. And I was like, you know what? You have to do more things like that because you don't know how this type of technology, this type of tool can impact your future, can make something that you thought was difficult, make it so much easier for you. So when I say don't miss out on opportunities like that, when you see it, pick it up. When you see that person, talk to them. When you run into a situation, think about if that's where you're supposed to be so you can get something out of it on everything. And I bought this keyboard, and it's probably the best investment that I've had because I've had this other keyboard. It's a very long keyboard, very robust. The keys are very stiff, and it doesn't offer like comfortability when you're writing, you're texting or whatever the heck it is, writing comments or posts and stuff like that. And this keyboard's got soft keys, and it's smaller. And I was like, what the heck? Where have I been? And I was like, this thing been here for a while. So take the opportunity to try new things. When people say stuff like that, try it. Just try it. It's like, especially if it don't cost you no money. Even if it do cost you a few dollars, I'm pretty sure you've been saving up for that day to buy that. And I put that on everything because I've been there and I've done it. Like those things, don't miss those opportunities. Take as much time as you say you need. Don't rush yourself because whatever it is something you asked for. It really is. And I believe that 100%. That's what the universe is here for. The universe is our computer, but it's a future part that we can access at any time. You don't have to log into Wi-Fi. You ain't got to log into Google. Just communicate because guess what? It's always available for you. Yep. Yes, it is. And y'all may not even know it. I'm here for somebody. Somebody gonna listen to this and be like, you know what? This dude said something that I didn't realize he was talking to me. This is why I live stream. This is why I'm up here doing what I'm doing so I can show you what's possible. Because if you ain't met me before in real life, man, my words are way more powerful. I'd rather just sit here and talk to you rather than you see my face or hear my like not hear my voice, but like you like feel my energy because my energy is way more robust than my voice is. And I take that very serious. I really do. I really do. Because time, if it exists at some point in time, yeah, it's meant for you to meet me. Absolutely. It's meant for you to get something from me. And you probably already asked for it. Ask more questions. Take some notes. You know, take advantage of it. Not take advantage of me in a sense, but take advantage of that opportunity. Yep. I watched an interview yesterday and I was like, you know why I watched that interview? Because I asked to hear about what he had to say. His name is Sloan. Slawn. Sloan. I've never met this guy in my life, but his energy I gravitated to. I wanted to hear what he had to say about his experience in his life. And it made me feel better about knowing that I tuned in, like I listened to what he had to say. Like every word, just drenched in words because I felt like it was something important. Like YouTube is good for a lot of things. It's troublesome sometimes, but like you click on that right video, you're like, you know what? I think I was supposed to be here. Yep, that's what the universe is doing. Forget about Google, forget about ChatGPT, forget about all these weird places that we visit. I'm just searching and searching and searching and searching and searching and searching more and searching more and even more, trying to get answers to stuff. But sometimes the universe is like, no, you're looking in the wrong place. Come over here. Check this out real quick. I got something for you. I got what you're asking for, right? I know what you're looking for. I'm here. I'm here to make sure you get that. Because if you got the questions, I got the answers for you. I really do. I got all the answers for you. I sure do. I sure do. Oh, this one's gonna be beautiful. I like this. I really like this one. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna finish this one up and then we're gonna open up this story and I'm gonna read that. Yo, this one's good. This one right here, this one's good. I like what the details that I'm making. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, so let's get this story started. Oh, this is a long one too. All right, so this one's called Echoes of an Ancient Battle. So, long before humanity cast a shadow upon Earth, the planet bore witness to a cosmic conflict of monumental proportions. Among its ancient forests and sprawling oceans, two species, wholly different yet equally formidable, viewed for, for dominion, Dominion, the titanic dinosaurs, masters of land and sea, roared their claims with furious might. In contrast, the aliens, visitors from a distant star, wielded their advanced intellect and technology in a bid to carve out a sanctuary on the lush world. So, if you guys are listening to this, I'm telling you, somebody, this is the realest stuff I'm about to tell you. I don't tell stuff just because it sounds good. I'm telling you this because this is what's real. This is what is really, 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 really. Where are we going? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. The dinosaurs, massive and powerful, dominated the landscapes with their sheer size and strength. Their colossal forms, towering sauropods, ferocious theropods, and heavily armored ankylosaurs, Ankylosauros, ankylosaurs, roamed freely, imposing a natural order that had persisted for millions of years. Earth was their home, a planet they had shaped with every thunderous step and bellowing cry. Meanwhile, the aliens, smaller in stature but vastly superior in intellect, had traveled through the cosmic void, escaping a dying galaxy, as though we lived in a dying galaxy as well. With their sleek ships silently slicing through Earth's atmosphere, they brought with them technology that seemed like magic to the unseen eyes of Earth's creatures. They were strategists, scientists, survivalists, driven by the need to adapt and thrive in a new world. The initial encounter, oops, wrong marker. Let's do this one is. Oops. Just trying to make sure I get this marker. So the initial encounters were tense, yes, yet distant. The aliens, observing the power and primal ferocity of the dinosaurs, chose this word subtly came to me again, huh? Chose subtly over brute force. They established hidden enclaves in the planet's most remote areas. Enclaves, Enclaves, beneath the ocean's depth, within towering mountain ranges, and beneath the dense canopies of vast forests. Vast forests, their technology allowed them to observe, study, and occasionally steer clear of the mighty dinosaurs. You guys like this so far? Somehow, I really hope that people can hear this. I really hope you can hear this. I'm trying to get this red. There we go. Trying to get that red in there. Let's go. However, as both species flourished, resources grew scarce. There you go. And territories overlapped, leading to inevitable conflict. The aliens, realizing direct confrontation was a losing strategy against the behemoths, turned to their advanced technology. They crafted devices that could alter weather patterns, manipulate geological forces, and even control lesser creatures to use as proxies in their battles against the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs, for all their might, were bewildered by the sudden changes in their environment and the invisible forces that seemed to conspire against them. Thunderstorms ravaged their nesting grounds. Earthquakes swallowed their water sources. Mysterious illnesses thinned their herds. The balance of power, once firmly in the grip of their massive claws and jaws, began to shift. You guys hear it? Oh, buddy. Oh, if you're not here for it, you gonna miss this one. Come on, Martha, what are you doing? Wait. This marker is choosing to not work correctly. There we go. It's like drying out too quick. Sorry if you're trying to catch this. I want to do both of these at the same time because I have another one I have to do, a whole another glass piece. All right. So as centuries passed, the relentless assault took its toll. The dinosaurs, unable to comprehend or combat the increasingly hostile environment, slowly succumbed to the alien-induced cataclysms. Their once mighty roars faded into whispers. Their footsteps, which had once shaken the earth, stilled forever. At the end, the aliens stood unchallenged, masters of the world they had reshaped to their image. The earth was quiet now, the echoes of dinosaurs a mere memory in its ancient landscapes. The aliens adapting and evolving prepared Earth for the next chapter in its cosmic saga. And so, when the first humans eventually, you hear that? Eventually walked the planet, they found no trace of the titanic battles that had once raged. They unearthed bones, fossils, piecing together tales of a prehistoric past, unaware of the alien sentinels, sentinels, observing them from the shadows, guardians of a world they had claimed not through conquest, but through cunning resilience. The aliens hidden and still watching were the true survivors of that ancient age, their existence a secret etched deep in the hidden corners of Earth. Not here for it. Not here for it. I just told you the story. I just told you. I sure did. I just did. So, if you guys check out the other videos on my channel, I'll tell you exactly. I'll tell you everything. There's no reason for secrets at this point. I'll tell you anything that you want to know. Some don't want to know, which is okay, because you're just going to continue to live life, how you make it, which is what you're supposed to do. But true to what I just told you, it's real. It is definitely real. Yep. I think I'm finished with this one. I think what we're going to go ahead and do on this one, on this glass piece, is we're going to put our insignia right here. Perky's pocket. Let's go. Not quite small, I might say. Oh no! I shouldn't have did that. I pressed way too hard. It's okay. I'm gonna get that up real quick. So, you said another great masterpiece. You said the story or the plate? Oh my gosh. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny. Let's see. Yep. And that's why there's no dinosaurs. And you guys can believe whatever you want to believe. Let man tell you whatever he wants to believe. But guess what? Man was never there. I know who was there. I know exactly who was there. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to erase this one too. Yeah. 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 I want this one just a tiny bit larger than that one was. That was the first time I ever erased that before. But that's because I have the option to erase it at that point. Just make sure we don't get paint everywhere we go. So let's try this again. Oh. This paint is just ducking on me right now. Yep, I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing, Mr. Paint Marker. Yep. I see exactly what you're doing. You're running a charade on me, huh? Yep, it is definitely trying to get. So just like I said, I have other videos that describes pretty much everything that exists at this point. In this channel is so it would be a source of facts. Like these are all facts at this point, which I know. I can't tell you where, like specifically in my body, but I know all of these things exist because, well, because somebody's telling me it's somebody's somebody's telling me like all of these things are possible. So all I'm doing is just tuning into, yo, this marker is like it's having a field day with not correctly stabilizing itself. Let's switch this around and see if we can get this to work. Cause I want you to work correctly, and you need to get this right. Oh, let's go. Like once it dries, it if you try to draw over top of it, it'll just like push the paint. There we go. I got it right. I got it right. Let's go. Nah, not really. I feel like I want to erase this one again, but it's cool. It's cool. That sticker at the back is like. Let's see if I can clean this off real quick. Like I said, I wanted to make it a little thicker because the glass is translucent. So is it gonna? It's gonna peel off all weird. Oh man, with your funny glue. Okay. So what time is it? I feel like I've been already up here for 2 hours. I'm not gonna get off. It just it's just gonna do whatever it wants to do. You said haha both. That is correct. That is absolutely correct. And you know what's really funny? As I thought of something too, because like a lot of times I don't share this information with like Twitter or Twitch or whatever the heck the other platforms are, because like if you put too many things in a bunch of places, the story, like playing the game telephone, the story would be so misconstrued that you can't find out what the source of facts are. So there's only one place, YouTube. YouTube gonna be here forever. It's either gonna turn into a TV show, like a TV channel show, blah blah blah, or it's gonna turn into this place where historians will go back and see all of the facts in one place. This is it, YouTube. So if you come to watch and make somebody making something, here's gonna be people building houses. How did that house get there? Oh, check out the channel where these guys were building all of that. That's where the house came from. And you can watch them do it. Absolutely. The same as here. You can watch me do this. Like this is real stuff. Like I'm not like having somebody else do this for me or whatever the case is. This is it right here. This is all the possibilities of us as humans, us as beings, as aliens. I like that word. I do. All right, so this one is finished, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can do this one real quick. I'm gonna make this one as quick as possible because I probably need to go eat. Have to eat every few hours. Cause I eat like a small let me see, like a small container every few hours of food. So very interesting how to keep up your metabolism because you don't want to eat like a garbage pail full of food. You want to help your body use the food as energy because you're using that energy rather than filling your stomach full of foods that it just can't like can't use all of it. So like don't do that. That's just my preference of food, but to each their own. Or you want to sit at the buffet and eat as much as that's your power. You use it how you want to, for real, for real. All right, so we have the all black plate right here. Let's get started. I want to tell another story. Does anybody else want to hear another story? I have so many things to tell y'all. It's fucking ridiculous. I tell you anything. What was the other place? Oh, I went to a gathering, and this is the cumulative of other people, like as artists and creatives, like talking to each other about like the universe, about the reality, about everything that we see and hear, and blah 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 blah. And so the one guy was, you know, he decided that he wanted to hear because I had said a few choice words about our reality, and I told him, I said, if I go outside and I said I start yelling, I said, because it's not on your timeline, I said you'll never hear it. I said that doesn't mean it doesn't exist or it didn't happen. You just can't be there at the same time as when it's happening. So like say if somebody's recording it, then you can go back in time. You get it? You can go back in time and hear me yelling or whatever the case would be at that point in time. It's the only way that we can place a point in existence. And even at that point, I can give you the date and I can give you the location. You can never get back to that point in time. Just like now, you can never go back in this time and, you know, and do anything. You have to be here for it in order for you to take place in that existence. So I find it funny because I told him that I knew everything, and I told, let me see, it was one, two, three, four. It was like seven people I said that in front of. And usually I don't say stuff like that, but I thought it would be a good point to showcase, what it is I do know. Because I've been here long enough and I do know everything. I know a lot of stuff. I said, even as a kid, I knew a bunch of stuff. I just didn't know how to organize it into words that people would understand. So it took me a long time to develop the nature of, you know, communication in order to do it well. And so now I can do it. I can do it with ease too. And yeah, I think it's funny because like people tell me stuff and I'm like, well, where did you get that from? Like how do you feel that, my words are not true? How do you know that? You don't. You have no idea. And I don't have to make it up because why? Why would I want to make something up if it already exists? If it's already happening, it already is taking place. Like I can tell, like if I told you your shoes were untied, right? Without you looking down, you would have to believe that your shoes are untied until you look down and see, hey, my shoes are untied. But I knew it because I knew it was already something that had already happened. And that's it. These are just facts. These are not stuff that I have to make up. These are just things that are what they say they are. And that's it. I already, oh my gosh, my eardrums are being exploded right now. I think what I'm going to do instead of doing every particular one, I think I'm just going to move around the plate so I can get, yeah, I can get this going a little bit faster because, like I said, I need to go to get something to eat. And yeah, so I think I'm going to do all white. Let's just do all white cats, and we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. I'll do some cats vomiting, and I'll do some cats just jumping. So those are the two preferences that I have for what the cats are doing. They're either jumping or they are vomiting because because I made them. Yep, because I made them happen. I sure did. I sure did. Oops. I knew something was going to chime in too. Let's make sure that this is structured straight. Um, yeah, and I've had this for as long as I can remember. This feeling of possibility. I used to I used to tell things before they would happen, and some people would not believe it, and then it would happen, and then they would just be struck by that possibility. And I'm like, we all can do it because we have control of the future. We have control of the present. We have control over of pretty much everything. We just don't realize how to harness that power. And a lot of times it's more of observing rather than doing, like physically trying to do something to make that happen, if that makes sense, right? And that's, um, yeah, there's a lot of structure to that, but aliens can do it. Yep, aliens can do it. Well, there's some other creatures that can do it too, but oh, I'm about to get deep into this too. Um, I don't know. It's like people want to hear what they want to hear, which is okay. It's quite okay. And some people are scared of it. Some people don't take the time to, um, Yeah, look at it deeper, or ask more questions, or even try to get control of what they believe. Because I can control the wind, right? And I know family members that can control the wind. I know other people that I've seen, online or whatever the case is, that can control the wind, right? It's a certain amount of energy, right? You're just calling upon it to being used. So I think everybody has it. You just have to tune in because it's just energy. That's all this ever is. The reason that we're existing right now is because of energy. People are dead. People who don't live anymore don't have energy. That's why they're not alive. That's basically what it comes down to. So if you structure everything around everything, like people get sick, it's because they're not tuning into their body being healthy. That's why they're sick. That's why you get these weird, funky situations where like the whole world's sick. Why? Because somebody wants to alter. Yeah, that's what it is. And they found a way to alter it. That's why things happen the way they happen. Because people are altering things. And even right now with Wi Fi, because somebody's trying to figure out how to alter something that we all control. Like, for real, for real. And things are probably going to get a little shifty in there for some of us, but yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I really am. I wish that this situation for all of us would be, for millions of years at this point, would just be better. But some people don't see it the same way as we all might want it to be. Because, yeah, it's just some of the ways that evil is what they explain it as. But yeah, this is why I put out positive. This is why I'm a positive person, because I know what's capable. I've seen it, I've heard it, I've existed long enough to experience it, and fear starts the first. So why not throw some positive in there so we can get that energy tuned in, right? That's all it really is. Tune into the energy, like the radio stations, like YouTube. You're just tuning into something. Sometimes it calls you, sometimes it tells you to make the broadcast. And yeah, that's all it is. I've told, ooh, I missed it. Oof, I missed that. So I told, I was having this conversation with my brother. I'm also a twin too, so there's two of us that exist on this planet. And I told my brother, I was like, I really don't care about people's feelings. And he was like, why not? And I was like, well, because I don't know what it feels like to be you. I don't know what ticks you off. I don't know what makes you sad. I just don't know. But I know that if I do the best that I can to treat you better than you might treat yourself, then you understand what it means to hold the power of energy. So when we use our feelings, right? You're like, oh, I felt bad, or I felt good, or this made me feel some type of way. Yeah, that's unaligning with your energy. Leave your feelings out of it, because sometimes your feelings are not understood by people just in general. Like your dog may not understand your feelings sometimes. You're just like so confused. Like, why are you acting this way? Like, why are you sad or upset, or, and then your animal will try to help you tune in to feelings that are different, right? If they're used to you being happy, or taking them for walks and blah blah, you got to make sure that your energy matches that, because they understand energy. They can't talk, so their energy is understood through the vibration of their body. So this is why I'm so much more in tune than animals than anything. But lo and behold, I believe it really comes down to like our upbringing and most of the things that I experienced in my upbringing was pretty good. I had good energy. My parents had good energy, so a lot of that was a reflection of the feeling of good energy. So now I know what it feels like. So I'm going to continue that because I know what it I know what it does. So let's just say I go to work one day, right? And I'm like, I'm having a great day. Like I'm envisioning a great day for me. Whatever that means. Whatever it is, I'm not going to let anybody else deter me from having that experience the way I say that I want to, which is my feelings, right? And so I'm having a great day. And nothing else is going to change that, right? Some people say, oh, that's just your mindset. I'm like, no, it's just energy. That's it. If you're happy and everything feels the way that it should feel, then today is going to be a great day. I don't care if it's raining, snowing, thundering, cats and dogs. Like, I don't care what it is. I'm going to have a great day because that is what I know what it feels like. Yep. And anybody else who has negative feelings, I'm like, I don't want none of that. You can keep that because those are misunderstood. Those are not recognized. Not saying that I'm gonna ignore it and be like, F your feelings and blah blah blah. But what it comes down to is stuff that you are in control of. I wish everybody could hear me what I'm saying right now because you are the only one that's in control of your feelings. That's it. I'm not. I don't have a clue what it's like to be you. I don't know what it feels like to hold and harness the power that you hold. So I went to the show and I stood up there, I told everybody, I was like, every last one of y'all in this building has superpowers. You don't realize it. Maybe you do realize it. Maybe you've seen something, blah, 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 blah. Sorry. The lights throwing off the camera. I think it's because of this plate. Let me see if I remove this plate. Maybe. I'm gonna put this one closer. Okay, we'll do that. And and so yeah, I told everybody because I was like, this is the moment that you need to let people know what's possible for us as oh my gosh, the word human being is such a stretch for everything, but the reality of it is this is what we call each other, humans, people. I like that, people. And we're just so. This is why Marvel has superheroes. This is why Mickey Mouse exists. This is why it's like we don't realize like all of the explanations are in front of us. Every single thing is in front of us. It is all of it. Everything is all right there. We just don't have enough people to help us have a clear vision. Just we just missed the mark on evolution in a sense of the past generations. I don't know. I feel like I'm going off task, but I told those group of people, and I was really hoping that everybody would hear exactly what I'm telling you because I'm like, if I'm standing here and I'm showing you something that I created, that's not because I'm like beyond, um, like I'm not beyond possibility. I didn't float or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So like all of it is all reachable for every one of us, every single one of us. And you want to know why? Because we all have superpowers. Every last one of us. Every last one of us has superpowers. Yep, every one of us. hmm hmm And when I told them people, I was like, I really hope you guys are really believing in yourselves. Stop believing in all the things that people are telling you that, from your looks or blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all y'all are beautiful. So start from there. Just start from there. If your mental is something that you need to focus on that and then remove yourself from allowing other people to dictate who you and what you can be, because that strategy only holds back all of your energy. Like, oh, I'm gonna save it for another day. Nope, use it today, because tomorrow's not granted. We only get today to do what we truly are capable of. That's it. It's only today. There's no tomorrow. There's only now. Yep, that's it. And it'll be like that for the entirety of existence. And I'm like, well, where do we get the energy from? You know, we get that from everything. Everything is energy. Everything is a part of everything. You just gotta tune. And it's like there was a movie. They made a whole entire movie about it. They made a whole entire movie about it. Like, and just like I said, you don't see it, but they're telling you exactly what it all is. Because, well, because they want you to know. But just like I said, I don't know what your superpowers are. You have to practice. Yep. I know tons of people who can do things that I can't do. I just don't hold enough of that specific to do that, because I'm not training myself to do that, right? I'm not training to be who you are. I'm training to be myself. I'm training myself to align with what my physical capabilities are in order to do. Like, I'm practicing this, right? I don't practice what everybody else practices. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. This guy's mouth is off just by a little bit. I think I missed it. I should have been like right here and then started down, but his eye is the. I'll fix it some other time. Let's put some colors. Let's do colors. Yeah, I think I went off into another place with that, but I've I can't say it, but not. Let me see what the word is. I hope people understand like how powerful we are without physically harming, or pushing other people to do negative things to themselves or whatever the case is. Because I see how things work, right? I see how we struggle to earn something that we don't need. We work really hard for things sometimes that I don't need that shit. Why do you need it? Because somebody else said you probably need it, or blah, 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 blah. But what if we can just live without stuff that other people say that they needed? Can we do that? Can we get to that point in life? I don't need that. No. Maybe you do, because that is what helps your superpower. That's what helps you organize your existence, right? You can't exist in my world. How? How can you do that? You have to train. You have to understand. You have to communicate. All of those things take time and practice. Yep. We all got it, though. We all came to this planet to do just that. Feel what it feels. That's what we came here for. Yep. That's what we're here for. Don't get old. Stay young. Learn new things. Be something that you say you want to be. You have the time. Why are you spending all of this time doing things that other people? No, no, no. No, no, no. You're going to spend 50 years trying to do what? No. Your happiness is already there. Open it up. See what it looks like. See what it sounds like. Yep. See the faces that reflect that. There's purpose in that. If you don't believe it, you know what? That's okay. You'll just have to come back and do it all over again, over and over and over again until you get it right. Because your soul is going to send you back. Yep, nope, we got to do this all over again. I'll see you next time. And a whole heap of other stuff that man has created to extinguish our super. Nope, do it now right. So at least you get the experience. Be like, you know what? I already did this before. I think I'm good. We can go somewhere else. Yep, for sure. For sure. And I hope the best for all y'all. Every last one of you. I hope that the world is your reflection. Go hug some trees. Go talk to some people. Go be a part of something that you really feel, right, is your purpose. Don't let nobody else change that. That's how you conquer. I'm not letting them change. No, no, not at all. It took me a long time to get here. I'm not going to let these other people tell me that it's not possible when I already know that it is. I've seen it. It is possible. Absolutely. 100%. It is all possible. I'm going to do blue. Let's do a blue body. Yep. And this is why I'm telling y'all, because I know it's true. Like, say whatever you want. You think I'm capping? No, I already uncapped the markers. I'm showing you exactly what it is. I already did that. I've already done that. It's up to you to take the initiative to see what it looks like for you. Yep. Money, man's concerns. Wealth, man's concerns. Houses where you can just put more stuff in, man's concerns. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. It carries a lot of weight, carries a lot of baggage. What are you going to do with all that stuff when you die? I don't know. I just bought a bunch of stuff. All right. Yep, your happiness was lost in between all the translations. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really am. And I hope the next journey, I hope it's a lot lighter, a lot more clearer, a lot more understanding. Yep. Because that's what we need. We need better understanding of what we can do, better understanding of what our purpose. Because when we first got here, we already knew what our purpose was. That's why you picked a family. Ooh, I'm getting too deep. But we picked a family before we got here. And I've heard it a billion times because I already know that's how it works. I had a loving mother, still do have a loving mother. My dad did his option of continue to bring more people here, and that's what he did because I have like 14 siblings. It's like every one of us got a purpose. We already know what it is. We just gotta, yeah, my dad's still living too. And if he could tell me exactly, I'd be like, I already knew that. I already knew what your purpose was. You had so many people you wanted to bring here. But did you get what you said that you wanted to get through all of that? That's the internal question. Because guess what? If you didn't do it right the first time, guess what you got to do all over again? Yep. You got to come back in here and do it all over again. And just like I said, I hope man will treat you better than he did last time. But then again, if we talk about money, property, and businesses and shit that we don't need, well, looks like we'll be doing this circle all over again with things that just are so discerning. It really is. Oops. Hold on one second. So there, whew, I'm telling you, if y'all, oh my gosh, ah, y'all just don't understand, bro. Y'all just, I wish I could just document my life. I wish I could have more documentation on the things that I experienced because I already know what it is that I know what I'm here for. I just already know it. I enjoy it though. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy every day. Yeah. I enjoy every single day that I get to go, that I get to get up to do the things that I tell myself is possible. I just, I enjoy it so much. I just really do. Like I can cry just thinking about like the emotions that come along with the people who have not yet seen what's possible for themselves because their eyes are so closed based on what man has told us. What not forget about man. Let's just forget about man for a second. Let's just say man doesn't exist. But just like the energy that we don't use every day, just so yeah. Like every okay, so every single person, right, that I've ever known has done something for themselves. So there's purpose, there's drive, there's reason. So when I got and understood that, I was like, oh, okay. So your goals and accomplishments are not the same as mine? No, absolutely not. Other people have different drives. I just want you to keep that drive so you can continue to do what you said that you are here for. And without that, you're nothing. Your energy is null and void. You don't get that purpose. You don't get that option. And just like I said, you don't get to use that body no more. That's what it comes down to. Yep, you give up your power to something else, to somebody else. You didn't get to do it in that body. You didn't get to do it at that time. Do it now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do it right now. Where's tomorrow going to do? You can plan for meeting with other people. I get that. But right now, get out there and strive for it now. If it's that big of a deal, ask questions. Ask people, how can I get to this destination quicker? Somebody already figured it out. And I was like, I know that. Somebody already took all of the pain away by figuring it out themselves. You know how much pain I had to go through? You ain't got to go through that. Why would you want to go through that? I already experienced it. It sucks. It doesn't hold value anymore. I forgot about the pain. I don't want to go through that stuff anymore. Why would I want anybody else to experience that? You don't have to go through it. Ask questions. You don't know? Ask questions. Before you take that leap, ask questions. Is there a better way to go? Is there a different bridge I can take? Absolutely. Yep, take this one right here. I'm gonna give you directions. When you get there, give me a call just to make sure that I had it right. Just to make sure that you are where you say you are. That's how it works. Yep. Why are you doing it all by yourself? You that bold? You bolder than the dinosaurs? What? Okay, well, do you see what happened to the dinosaurs, right? They don't exist no more. We still uncovering them every week. Still uncovering them and hiding them because, well, well, you know, I wish my camera was. I think it's too bright. I think that's what it is. Let me turn down just too bright. They look like little specklies up there. I like it though. I like it a lot. His face. I'm gonna use that for the body of this one. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. I don't know. I got a lot on my mind right now because I'm creating something that intently I really want everybody to see. So there's a lot on my plate. Get it? Like that. There's a lot. But life is good though. Over here, life is real good. And I'm gonna keep it that way. Yep. I don't want nobody to change it. Why? It's not your life. It's my life. I do whatever I want. Like for real. Like I do whatever I want because I made it. I made it here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I don't hurt, harm, or hinder the process of any other individual. I don't care who you are. I can't do that. That's my standard. That's what I hold value to life. Because once I start doing that, I start unaligning myself, and I can't do that. Oh no. I can't unalign myself for devious deception and words that don't like they don't fit the narrative. No, 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 no. And this is not because I gotten older, because I've known this forever. This is stuff that my parents have taught me. This is stuff that my family have taught me how to treat people, how to give utter respect. You see somebody struggling, don't struggle with them. Absolutely not. Why would you want to do that? They're gonna struggle with because they want to struggle. Let them struggle till they figure it out. Ask them if they need some help along the way. It's the best you can do for them. Yep. I've learned that too. Yep. Some people just want to struggle. It's okay. Go ahead, do that. You let me know how that struggling goes, because I didn't struggled already. I felt that. I was like, you know what? What would it be? What would it feel like to struggle? No, I don't like that. Let's do it this way. Yep. No ifs, no buts. I'm not struggling. I'm existing on a plane. This plane, I enjoy this plane. Yep. I really do. Yep. You can too. You sure can. Find out what you want to do in your life. Ask questions. If they have tools, see what works for you. Yep. These are my tools right here. These are my tools. These I work well with. My communication, I can tell stories. These are my tools. Find your tools. Find them. Put them in your pocket. Keep them. Yep. Keep them clean. Take care of them, and it'll take care of you along the way. Maybe you might have to trade up for some newer tools. Nothing wrong with that. Say your goodbyes and keep it moving. Thanks for all the great days. Thank you for giving me such inspiration. Thank you for being a part of my journey. All of that. This is how you gonna make it. Yep. Ain't no reason to struggle. No, no, no. I can't wait till the world, because I already see everything. I already, just like I said, I see what's happening. I see how we're managing life right now. And I said once people get fed up of doing the same thing, oh, they're gonna boycott. Oh, they're gonna definitely tell you what it is and how it should be. Like, no, we shouldn't be eating food that is garbage. We shouldn't be drinking water that is unhealthy. And I'm gonna change that. I'm on my way to change that. Absolutely. Yeah. Because I already thought of it. I thought of ways how we can change it. I thought of ways that I can change my life. No, now everybody don't agree with that. That's okay. I'm gonna leave your ass behind. Oh yeah, keep eating that garbage. Keep drinking that garbage. Absolutely. Yep. Keep toxifying your body. Absolutely. Keep doing that. Yep. You're not gonna live long enough. And guess what? You gotta come back and do it all over again. Because the body you had was perfect. Absolutely perfect. I remember this one lady asked me how I was doing one day, and I said, I'm good. Something about that just didn't make me feel right though. And I was like, you know what? I think I could change that. So I was like, I think I'm having a great day. Then I changed that and I was like, you know what? I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect that I get up and I do things the way I do it. So I started using the fact that I am perfect. You got to change the way you think. You have to change the way that you act, to change the way that you feel if it's not healthy for you. And that's what I've done. 100%. No, I'm perfect. People are trying to understand it. Like, oh, I don't understand what that means. Like, how could you be perfect? There's nobody that's ever perfect. And I heard, what's that? Chloe Berry, one of the little, the twins. It was Holly Berry and then Chloe Berry. She said that during her interview. She's like, oh no, nobody can be perfect. And I said, that's not true. It's like you are what you are. Like we already got here. How is that not perfect? Your parents made you. How is that not perfect? The imperfections come with man messing with us like in the ways that they do. But we're all perfect. Absolutely. The next time somebody asks you how you doing, tell them you're perfect. I guarantee that'll change the way that they look at themselves and they look at other people. And they be like, oh, that's not possible. Well, you don't live my life. You don't have to tell them that. But just tell them because you made it. That's why you're perfect. Because I made it. That's why I'm perfect. You can hear me through, if you can hear me through this recording, I'm telling you, when you meet me in person, I'll tell you the same exact thing. Absolutely perfect. Yep. I don't want it no other way. What other way should I be? Okay. Just doing fine? Just pushing? No, I'm perfect. Absolutely. No in betweens. Then it'll change your mindset. Then it'll change your everyday. Then it'll change how you treat other people. Then it'll change why you get up every single day and do what you do. It'll all change. Yep. Yeah, you heard it here. This is my world. You say it out loud. This is my world. And everybody else just lives in it. I'm going to do what I say I need for my perfection, for my health, for my reason to still be alive. That's what I'm doing for myself. Everybody else do whatever the hell they want to do, right? Yeah, buddy. They'll see it. They'll forget about you. Nobody will call you. The simplest things is just like, can't be a part of that. That's cool. I'm going to stay perfect over here. Y'all do whatever it is y'all say y'all want to do. But I can't let you guys hurt me no more. Can't let you guys take advantage of my greatness. You don't see my greatness? What you mean? It's right there. Oh, you need somebody to explain it to you. Okay, well, let's start from the beginning. When I got here to this planet, I was told that there is purpose in everything that you do. What stopped you? Because it's too rough? Change your perspective. The sky has no limit, so what are we doing? Just change your perspective. Change the people that you believe are going to help you get to where you say. The faster you get there, the better you'll feel longer. 100%. Yep. 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 That's exactly what it is. Yep. Exactly what it is. Yep. I enjoy the things I do because I am an incredible person, because I enjoy what I see and I believe what I hear. So guess what? Well, keep it moving. Keep moving just like that. Absolutely. Because I love making cats. And I think they like me too. They're always like, can you make more of me? Absolutely. Let me get some more markers. let me go get some more markers so we can make some more cats for real, for real. It's just the small things, man. Everything's a part of something. Everything is a part of something greater. And I believe that. And I believe in you too. You don't believe it? Oh man. It's gonna take you even longer. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. These are facts, man. These are real facts. These are real facts. And it took me, oh my gosh, it took me so long to like say it out loud because I wasn't sure how people would handle like hearing the things. But then I was like, you know what? If they don't hear it today, they may never hear it at all. Nobody ever might tell them that they're great. Never, nobody will ever tell them that their purpose here is something that you've been waiting for a long time. You may not hear it, and that sucks. Cause I got a mouth. I'm ready to tell everybody. Let me see what you got. Absolutely, show me. You want to get better? You got to work on it. Yep. That's how all superpowers work. You might have it, but you got to fine tune that thing. It's got to be exactly the way that you say you see it, exactly the way that you need it to be. Because everybody will say they see something, but they won't believe it. You know, sometimes they doubt themselves more than anything. I think that's what we're running into. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we've been running into. These blocks, these walls, these impenetrable spaces of existence. Yep. No more though. No more of that stuff. Look at that cat. He is nice and clean. Yo, y'all don't understand, man. When I put work in, ooh, oh man, I put work in. I'm telling you, it's like, oh man, it feels so good. It just feels so good. Yep, it just feels so good. I'm just doing small things. Yep, just doing small things. Got to see the bigger picture eventually, right? Stand back, you'll see the bigger picture. It's amazing. Life is amazing. If I hear one more time somebody say, man, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. I wish I could make a song. I think Kanye West did it first. I think I might have to follow up on that one and make a song called, I think I'm, ah, wait, how do you say it? Maybe, no, were. Yeah, I think it goes, were amazing. I think that'll sound good. I think I'll add that to the list of encouragement that we all need. No, you're amazing. No, we're amazing. Let's do that. We are all amazing. Yes, we are. Yep. Say it right now. When you get that idea, that was an amazing idea. Absolutely. Say it. Just say it. Because those words, we align with that. That's part of our keys to unlocking our greatness. Just through our words. We had to figure out how to communicate somehow, right? Yep, there it is. We're amazing. Yep, that's what we are. Wow, that's just. All right, so I'm gonna do small all white dots here. Wow. Yep, it's just a few words. It should be words that makes a huge difference. Oh man. Wow, it took all of that. Wow. Oh man, I wish I could tell more people how amazing they are. And every day I try to. I talk to at least 10 people a day. I have to. I just have to. Something calls me to tell people just how great they are. If you don't get that every day, I'll tell you. Yep, I have to. Wow. Whew. All right, I gotta get myself together. We gotta finish this up real quick. I feel like I want to tell another story too. Whew. Yep. Today, the best day I ever had. I told that to the lady today too, because I usually get rides. I don't drive, and it's a good thing because I'm helping somebody else reach their goals in some type of way. And I just think of it just like that. And the lady who gave me a ride to go get these markers and food and whatever, I told her that I had to. I couldn't think of like anything else better to say at that point. At that point in time, it's the best day I ever had. Yep. If I don't get tomorrow, today I'm gonna say it. It is. I have to stick to that. It's just the truth. I'm not lying. I didn't make it up. The opportunities that we get, sometimes there's far and few, but this is really the best day I ever had. Yep. Yep. I have my health. I have my purpose. I have drive. I have friends. I have people that really care about me, and I care about them too. Yep. Yep. That's what it really is, man. That's what it really is. That's what it really is. All right, so I just have to fill in. I have to fill in the part of the water spewing out of their mouths, and I'm gonna fill in the center part with some flowers. And I believe we are going to finish this stream up so I can get some vitamins. And yep, I want you guys to have the best night ever, the best day ever that you can ever have. I want you to think about it just like that because it all starts in your brain. It all starts in the part where your soul is relieved that this is truly what it is, not some other stuff that man told you you have to, but something that you are following as a purpose, as a reason why you're going to keep doing the best that you will ever do in your existence. Because it's meant for you to do great things, not because man said it, because you can do it. And I believe that so many inspirational people out there just oh my gosh, so many people that I appreciate. And I actually get to say that out loud too. Yep, I get to say that out loud. Yep, that it is. And so usually I make the cats shiny too, but I think we'll just leave them uh, on this surface as shiny as possible. And I still have to figure out how to contain some of this ink so it doesn't like rub off when somebody touches it or smeared when somebody goes to wipe it and clean it or something like that. So I'm gonna figure that out. And I guess I have to ask more questions because I asked a few people and they gave me some legit ideas. So I'll have to work with that, and yeah, we'll go from there. Because somebody said put it in the oven, let it bake, and I was like, okay, well, it's a heat treatment at that point, but it doesn't really um, stop, something from uh, smearing it or whatever. So uh, yeah, I guess I'll figure it out eventually, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly how I did it, so you can do it yourself. I hope you guys are doing this. I hope you're not just sitting there with your thumbs trying to figure out what else to do in life, because I'm showing you. I'm showing you that it's possible. Yep. I'm showing you that this is all possible. This dude is vomiting straight off his ears right now. All right, so put some more white over here. I think this is faster. I did it this way too. Instead of taking each one at a time, I think this is way faster. So we're gonna do this like this next time. Not that I want to rush through it or anything like that, but sometimes objectively, wait, not objectively, but I don't know what the word is. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. The goal is to finish it. But don't rush perfection, because you're either going to get to it or you're not going to get it done at all. Somebody else might have to do it for you, because, yeah. And guess what? I didn't make a single mistake. You want to know why? Do you want to know why I didn't make a single mistake? Because there are no mistakes. What's a mistake? Something man created. Once again, yep, that's how that one goes. So, no, I did the best that I knew that I could, and I stuck with that. And that's how I accomplished this. And anything else in life, yep, observing. Got to observe it first, then throw some skills in there. You got to master something at some point. So, trial, try it again. Just try it again. Try it a different way. There's a million ways to do something, a billion ways to do something. Didn't they say? I remember that too as a kid. Like I said, most of the stuff is just like it clings to me as a kid. Like the first time I heard somebody say it, or a movie, or some type of point where they're like, yeah, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, oh, that didn't make sense then, but now it makes sense. It's like a picture tells 1,000 words, right? Yeah. So what's a mistake? I don't know. Just a different way of doing it, right? I just did it a different way. Yep, that's it. I just did it this way. You like it? Oh my gosh. I hope you like it because I did it this way. Yeah, I did it this way and it felt good. Yep. I'm very pleased at it. Yep. I'm very pleased at what I do. That's the pat on the back you deserve, right? Yep. That's what it is. Oh, this looks so good though. Like once I started adding all of the different colors in here, I could really see it like really just spewing out of his mouth. So the colors, I usually make the colors different, like their body. So if they're filled with water, they're filled with some type of liquid. What's coming out is generally not the same color because like you got to do some different stuff in there. And usually blue and yellow, sometimes green, but blue and yellow are my two go-to colors because I think it fits the narrative of like vomit. Obviously there's some water in there, and whatever you ate will follow too. But like I said, I try not to put red in here because sometimes the red is too off-putting of a color. Like we're not talking about blood or anything. We're just trying to get the color to match the energy and the reason of what is that called? Expulsion? Expulsion? Yeah. Yep. So I try to stick to that. Um, Yep. And I have more or less the colors that I continuously buy. Like yellow and red are always the markers that I run out of. And white is the other one. So I bought a bunch of white markers. Just I like the outline of the color of the cat as white because it's a good color to use, I guess. Especially up against the black. It's just it's such an amazing put together. So I like to use those two colors together. So blues I don't usually run out of too. I mean, like dark blues. Dark blues I don't usually run out of, but yeah, something is not. Yeah, that looks crazy good though. All right, let's do this last. Oh, I got to do his face still too. I guess we can do. We can find another color. Oh, we got purple too. We could do the purple or something in there. Ew, that's gross. Sorry, I was shedding some tears and now my esophagus is different. Probably haven't drank any water either. Where's my water at? I thought I brought water in here. Hold on, I got some water, y'all. Give me 1 second. So the other thing that I learned as well is that because man, once again, has decided that we need to drink out of plastic containers, I was like, something wrong with that. Just so over the years, I'm like, not saying that it like hurt me or there's like health or something, 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 or I found like there's plastic in my, you know what, but just sometimes change is what we all need to think differently. And a lot of times you got to put that work in there too. Because if I'm trying to change something, I got to start doing it too. I can't just simply tell people to change without action. Like, yeah, this is what I do as well because I know change is good until change becomes, my norm. So I bought canned water rather than plastic bottled water to help out the ecosystem. That's basically it. I'm thinking ahead in a way that can be healthy. So I have a purple. I have tons of blue markers. I don't think I'll run out of blue markers for another few years. I have a container. I don't have a lot of purple ones. This one is no. This one erases. Let me see if this one works. This is a permanent marker too. And oh, that's really dark. That's a dark color right there. Maybe we'll just fill in the face. Oh, yeah. That's why I was using the little lighter markers because it's more like a void. That black hole of a yeah. There's no color in that one. That's okay. We'll use. I'm using green nonstop though. Hold on. Maybe I'll just use. Nope. We'll just go back to using the purple. This is what I'll do. I'll just draw over top of it. That's interesting. So what are you guys doing tonight? It's like Monday, isn't it? Everybody's just getting off work. Everybody's his face is colored. Yep, his face is fully covered. We're just gonna yep, that's what we're gonna do. His face is completely covered. I like to think that leaves and trees and um, everything else is supposed to be like some type of greenish color through photosynthesis. So I like to use green a lot to process the plants. I think I'm gonna make a thicker marker right here. Let's turn you around and ta-da. So these markers are reversible. It says right there, reversible. And I didn't know that. I held the marker in my hand for like the longest, and I was like, wait, you can turn the marker around? Oh, yeah? Let's do that. So, yeah, sometimes you got to read a little bit. I get so excited about the new things that I get to experience. Sometimes I don't read the fine print, and you miss out on things. So let's do the interior. So I'm just gonna make some foliage and it's crazy because like I found myself throughout the years using black, like all black paper backgrounds and things like that to help me emphasize the colors that I'm using. And people are like, I don't like when people use black, to draw on or black backgrounds and stuff like that. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because if all the colors are being forced because of the background, like use that to emphasize what you're creating because it tells the story. It helps, heighten the story. Not saying that you can't use other colors. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times orange is used as well as a background filler too. So I guess it's just all how you use it. But the black backgrounds have really been helpful with my idea of storytelling. So I tend to go to it a lot. Like I buy black poster boards or black hoodies or whatever to draw on, to draw out of, to draw into the story that I'm telling. And unique as it is, it makes a difference. So that's what I use. Um, yep, that's what I use. And, the results are there, right? If you're looking for a result, is definitely it because you can see that. Now, if the plate was clear like the other one, sometimes it's a little harder to signify what it is that you're trying to, um, what. I take that back, but sometimes it just depends on how the color transforms when you put them together. It all depends. It all depends. I thought I had yellow. Was I not using a yellow? They all seem like the same color now. I'll just use this one too. This blue marker. And go. Let's make a bird. So these are my bird plants. And they're pretty cool. Because I imagine that the world that I created has these plants that look like birds. They have beaks because this is how they help photosynthesis. If there's a point that's closer to the sun, they receive more light than they would if the plant spread down its side without receiving more or less more light. So they develop beaks in a sense to create the process of photosynthesis. Everything has a process. You just gotta sometimes figure out like what it will take. And that's what I did. So yeah. I think like that. There's good in that. There's good in thinking like that sometimes. So and yep. Yep. That's how I got here. By thinking the way that I think. Yep. Some people think it's like crazy or it doesn't fit, whatever the case is. And I'm like, well, you gotta do it some way. that's really it. I'm just doing one way I thought was possible, and it worked, and boom, I'm just gonna keep using it because why not? What am I missing? What am I missing? I got it right. I made it. What are we missing? I like that one. I'm just leave that one too right there. I'll leave that right there. You can come back and get that one anytime you want to, because that one looks good. It looks good too. I'll try to fill this up a little bit so we're not missing. Make another one there. And I think this is good. I think I'm just going to do some fill-ins, and I think that'll be it for us, y'all. Yeah. Yep. Well, how do you guys like the stream so far? You guys enjoyed it? I also told some stories today too. Often try to add a little bit, a little bit of myself in there as well, so I can show you what it is that I'm learning, because I do like to learn. I think it's great to know things and to experience new experiences. Yeah, storytelling is something I've told myself to get better at because I wasn't using all of my skills, and I wasn't progressing in storytelling. So it helped me to realize that I wasn't, and I started making changes on it. It's like, no, you got to do something better. Even if I'm not learning a new language, I have to learn something that would help me communicate. And that's what I've done. Yep. Yep. That's what I did for myself. For people who want to get to know me, who want to see a better side of people, humans. Humans. You guys, yeah? No? I don't see any comments, so I guess everybody must agree. Nope, no new comments. So interesting enough, this channel is so weird. I've had this channel for a few years, and I finally started doing more like proactive things on it, and yeah, I want to see some feedback. Like, I'm not saying that I'm going to change anything specifically, because I don't know what to change if you're not giving me no feedback. I watch other people's videos, I watch other people's content, and I'll say something, regardless if it doesn't make me feel like some way, shape, or form to like, oh, I got to say it like this. I have to say something, blah, 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 whatever the case is. But usually I'm like, people are looking for that because it's called direction, right? Now I'm not trying to mislead them and be like, oh, say something so they'll change their hair color because blah, blah, blah. Say something positive because I was engaged in it in some type of way because I clicked on it or I watched it, or, maybe it may not have, what's the word? Maybe it may not have changed my existence, but it maybe helped me get a better understanding. And I think that's way healthier. Yep, I think it's way healthier. Oh, this marker is, there we go. There we go, sir. Oops, oops. I'm just putting some light strokes in here as if there is these arteries or veins peeking through. I think I'm doing yellow on yellow. Yep, that's yellow on yellow. Man, I have to take closer pictures of these too, because just like I said, if you don't get to see this stuff in person, like a lot of times you miss that, like that wow moment, and just by videos or something. Sometimes like my camera is just not effective as seeing it in person. So when I do shows, people are like, bro, who are you? Oh yeah. That's interesting. because I don't tell people I'm on like in real person. I don't tell people that I'm full of rain. I usually tell people I'm Perky's pocket, and because that's the first idea that I came up with generating um what's an identity. Yeah, because people will call me by my name, but then they'll disrespect my name, so I don't like that. And so a lot of times I'm Perky's pocket, and yeah. But on social media, it's easier that way because sometimes um, you have to worry about like disrespectfulness. But you can just avoid that. Like, yeah, they're not talking about me. They might have said something in my comments, but they're not talking about me because I still know who I am at the end of the day. Yep, and I love myself for that. So I think we're gonna draw the last bit of this right here in the center. So try not to get. Oh, this marker does not want to engage. It does want to engage, but it just has this. Oh, now if I press too hard, it's just gonna go crazy. I don't want to get ink all over my hands. Acrylic. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, sir. Let's see what you're doing, sir. Oh my gosh, now I have to change the tip size on this one too. Blah 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 blah. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm almost done. I'm almost done, and then you guys can ask as many questions as you want to. That's what I usually tell people at the shows. It's like, just give me a few seconds. I'm going to explain to you what it is that I'm doing, and then you can ask me questions. I love when people ask me questions. I'm like, I guess what? I got the answer for you. Exactly what you want to hear. Exactly what the truth is. Exactly. Because I made it. Let's go. That is beautiful. I think I'm gonna make a little. I think there's blue. I think I have room for another blue one right here. Let's do. Let's do a bird. A bird face. A bird. Oh, oh, it looks beautiful. Yes, he is. All right, just gonna add a little bit of color in here, and I believe we have ourselves a victory. Yes, sir. Oops, no mistakes. There we go. I think that looks right. What do you think? Do y'all think it looks good? Do you think that I did a good job? The light is terrible. I'm so sorry. I'll figure it out one day, but until then, we'll just keep doing what I think is working for our light. Because I know the camera is just like, the camera's perfect. I don't know. It's just a light. Let me see if I turn down the light one more time. One more time. We're gonna celebrate. It's still, yeah. Ooh, look how clean it is. This is a clean plate right here, y'all. This is a one of a kind. You want to know why? Because I made it. Because I made it. Let's go. Well, thank you guys so much for joining this stream today. I appreciate everybody who has been a part of it. I hope you guys listened in. I hope you guys got some information. I hope you guys include this in your life in some type of way and somewhere down the line. And I thank you so much for listening. I thank you guys for being a part of it. And I didn't clean his face right there, but it's cool. It's cool. I was just like, you know what? He's got all black face. Let's go. Let's go. But thank you so much, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you guys run back this whole entire stream because I made it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, these were cats. Some of them were vomiting. You know, and I think we all had a good time today. So yeah, make sure you subscribe too. Come back for more, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh, I got 12 likes. Let's go.